I don't know if she is currently looking.
Different save. Different
No,
code.
she is not.
Different
Oof.
save.
Lovely. Well,
Meaning,
you
I gotta use Steam.
just at me when you guys are ready. Like, oh yeah, oh we'll do that. Oh, we'll message to the chat. We're ready. Message to the chat. Ignored. See how it is.
Yeah, then I do this.
See how it is.
Give her a slight heart attack. Like, I can't go and, like, yeah. What, Pixie? Hello? How you doing? Silly pixie cat. The ocean is a soup. You're technically right, actually.
It's also the world's largest bathroom too.
It's also full of
Bathroom.
microplastics.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
also the biggest love motel in existence.
True.
I said soup. Ah,
Cheers.
ow. Ow. Stop digging through your tail. Damn it.
What's up?
We're ready.
Ready.
We're ready.
Okay, well,
You meme?
Hello.
hold on 1 second. I just was making sure.
Welcome
That
back.
was like really quick, really quick.
What, you expect us to circle jerk for an hour and a half? What do you mean?
No, but you know, my intro is 4 minutes long.
That's a
I
long
usually
ass
do.
intro.
Well, I'm getting the last of the stuff all set up, and oh, I
Oh.
almost forgot to shout myself out on my server. Oops.
Lol. Get fucked.
Wah, wah.
Alright, so
Anyways.
I was trying to think about like which
Activated. Yes, please.
So-
I was trying to figure out which theme of the Velvet Room music would be playing through this, and I decided Blues in the Velvet Room.
I mean, it would fit. It
And-
would fit.
It's kind of the obvious choice too.
It has to be.
Yeah. Chats. I want ones in chats for yes, and twos in chats for no.
Soda. That goes for my chat as well. One's in chat for yes, two in chats for no.
It goes from my chat as well. Negative 700,000 for a yes, and negative 9999919 for a no.
What the fuck,
And two-
Robert? Wait, are you actually streaming? Wait a minute.
69
No,
for a
fuck no.
Fuck. That would be cool, actually, though. Having the DM actually start streaming.
Fuck no. I don't stream. I don't stream.
We'll make a streamer out of
the
you
DM
yet.
shouldn't stream.
No, I'm
The
part of the
DM
highlight
shouldn't
for the other
stream the
stream.
D&D.
You see, here's the thing. I'm part of the highlight reels that draw people into the channel.
I am the highlight reel. The fuck are you talking about?
No.
You're the
Okay,
low
okay.
light reel. Come on, get
No,
better.
no.
Okay,
You're
okay.
not the highlight reel or the low light reel. You're just comic relief.
Anyways, I gotta say this. So
Finger
they
guns.
finally get to see what we deal with before we actually fully start. Like the bullshit that we just go through while we're waiting.
Back on the topic at hand, I'm telling you, testicular torture is not a good torture method. Your torture victim might like that. You never know. You never fucking know.
They use cock and ball torture on
Okay.
next
Yes.
stage.
You can't even waterboard them anymore because they like stuff. They might like autoerotic asphyxiation. You don't know that shit.
Okay,
No,
anyway.
Robert, that's why you just rub them with the
You
cat.
know,
Anyways,
torture.
I am live.
Good for
I know.
you. So am I.
That's the point.
Wait,
That's why I said.
Is that
What-
is
what
that
do
an
you think?
anonymous?
Welcome back, everybody.
Lobotomy might be an option.
Last time we left off, you guys met up in Tatsumi Port Island for some meetings R.D.I actually had to, do actual business with actual mundanities. Where you all figured out that, hey, y'all knew about personas, but, just different knowledge of it. You guys got an upgrade that allows you to summon your personas in reality. You had to,
Bang, bang, bang.
you had to shoot yourself in the face to do it, but you know what?
We
You
also
can
got
summon.
to punish a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cat's got to be punished because she didn't follow
Tec-
the plan.
Technically, Drax punished himself already with
Ezra
the
was
help of Ezra.
enjoying his. Ezra was enjoying the word battle with Mitsuru, and you blue balled him. You fucked it. He was enjoying it. But no, all right.
Anyways,
Yeah. So then, once you guys
Recommend.
left, you were contacted by two Velvet Room attendants, Elizabeth and Theodore. They asked for help in freeing their wild card. You were given the general gist of the situation, and well, the general gist. One of you was given the general gist. Then you guys like, yeah, wild card is currently trapped and trying to get him out without destroying the world. Need your help. You could get a new statue out of it. Wouldn't it be nice to have an ice sculpture of a cognitive god?
by the way, this is from my chat. No, don't Kurt Cobain yourself. No.
Yeah.
What, you don't want to see me paint my ceiling like Kurt Cobain?
Hey, you don't want to see me start a shotgun?
Start a shotgun. My
Yeah,
God, really?
start a 12 gauge. Come on.
Okay. Anyways, all jokes aside, no, it's using the which persona is this one using for that?
Okay, so the Persona 3 uses a evoker, and in the evoker there is a power source known as the Plume of Darkness. Plume of Darkness is what allows you to summon your persona. I don't know the full explanation of it, but that's the general explanation of it.
And we have it attached to
I-
our guns, which we flip
I-
a switch and it goes to that.
Yeah. Firing selectors.
I don't even have a persona yet.
No, because your persona, your sacred gear, yeah, being obstinate. You probably won't be
It
able to
was.
summon him. You probably won't be able. No, he's. Yeah, I know he's no longer obstinate, but you probably won't be able to summon him further because you're not worthy yet.
Yay.
You haven't proved yourself.
Uh,
You've just agreed to work together to get stronger to fight dragons and strong opponents. Jormungand is trying to turn you into a battle maniac. Be careful. So there's that.
Being on a moose.
Thank you, Edward. I'm glad it's very fitting. I was cycling through it's the Velvet Room. I got to figure out which one is it, and this one fits.
sadly, I cannot play it just to be on the safe
It's
side.
fine. It's don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You can't play it.
Well,
But so after that, you guys were leaving the building once they all agreed to hear them out. Edward's key, his Velvet Room key, started heating up. He pulled it out, and a large door opened in the middle of the road, and you guys drove through it, and you are now in Edward's new and improved Velvet Room.
which I go, a fucking mansion? Nani?
And for when I pulled it out, I literally followed exactly what you wanted me to do without you telling me.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You pointed it forward, and it opened up the door. That's boom, beautiful. And we're here now.
Which as we get there, I just go, a fucking mansion? The fuck?
Well,
extra,
this
don't you
is an
think?
upgrade. Well,
Ooh,
before I could only see the
pretty.
inside of it.
Fair. You guys looking around the horizon? The sky is a dark blue. The water is a deep blue. The grass is kind of like a cyan grass, a mixture of teal. It's teal. It's blue green. Everything is blue.
Well, if
I'm
Aqua
blue,
can
da
do
boo
that,
dee
then
da boo die.
Ezra steps out of the car. He's like, "My fucking car!
Which I pop my head out and go, ooh, nice color.
What the fuck, Edward?"
Which
It's just an effect of the
Ra-
lighting.
random question: does the lighting actually affect my hair because of the red in it?
No,
Damn, it would be funny though.
as you are a living entity. No.
But also, there's the fact that with the car, its external is a reflective surface,
True.
so it would actually be affected by the lighting.
What the fuck? I demand to see your manager. Fucking hell. Is he
No.
inside? Fuck him. I'm going to see him.
Ezra.
Ezra's just, he's just smiling, like, let's go inside. Yay.
Yeah. Which Ezra could see me just playing around with the selector.
Mm-hmm. Very, very
So we all
majestic
go
door.
inside.
Hey, can you guess what wood the door is made out of?
Mahogany.
Mahogany wood. Yes, you are correct. Sweet, sweet mahogany.
Which I'm just gonna. I look at Edward and I go,
I'm
yeah, I
not
would
drunk
have.
enough for this yet.
I would have chosen a cherry wood, but that's just me.
oh no. How about some petrified mahogany? So that shit's really strong.
It's really shrunk.
It's velvet room mahogany.
You're funny.
Anyways,
You're funny, Anonymous.
yes, Anonymous is. Anyways,
Yes, and Frog, I know you're hiding in Shia's chat.
probably, yeah.
Is Frog hiding in my chat? Let's find out.
Probably.
Nope, he is not hiding in my chat yet.
Yet, keyword yet.
You guys go
Anyways.
inside the velvet mansion, and there's one thing that stands out to you.
What?
This place is fucking blue. Like there's blue carpets, blue rugs.
Yes, and I say this, Edward. I know this is the Velvet Room, but do you really need to make it the Blue Man Group special?
Hey, it's not my fault it's all blue.
It's
I
a
mean-
nice shade of blue. Like there's different shades. There's light blue, dark blue, but it's still blue.
I
Are you
just
Don't
go.
get me
kidding me?
wrong.
I love
I
it.
like I like blue, but it's not like my favorite color.
As I hear Shia go, if you're
Reduce
kidding
the
me,
blue a little,
Are
just
you? No,
stay
are
up
you kidding
towards
me?
the
I love
ceiling.
it.
yeah. As Shia says, "Are you kidding me? I love it." I turn and go, "You're already in trouble. No more puns, please."
I'm sure even Velkana's like, this is too much blue.
I like blue
She
because
kind
it's
of
my
likes
favorite
the blue,
color.
but she wishes there was more lighted blue, more ice blue.
Oh lordy.
I'm gonna look she dead in the eyes and say, "Do it again."
I'm just gonna tail smack Declan in the back of the head.
No fighting in the velvet room, please.
I
Or
just
I will beat all your asses in Dodge.
I just look at Ezra. I go, "Well,
Yeah,
I'm not fighting. I'm just
velvet
letting them
room,
know.
bad
No
idea.
more puns. I don't want to hear puns right now." Because I still feel like shit for scaring that person.
Yep. As Ezra just like nods to himself and he points at Shia. I have to deal with a bear, a talking bear, a mascot bear costume, making bear puns. If you make cat puns, I'm putting you in a desert.
I was just gonna suggest we punt her to the moon.
Don't have to be so
I would say
outrageous.
I would say pour water on you, but you have Jormungand, so that doesn't work.
Yes, now aren't you glad that
That's
we don't
pretty
really do dragon
un-
puns with
Fucking
ourselves?
can it,
We're
Anonymous.
above that.
Am I so glad about that?
What Anonymous do? What Anonymous do?
That is pretty unbearable. I'm
Oh,
fucking
This
pissed.
is starting to drag on.
Yeah. Anyways, let's.
Yes,
All right.
no,
All right.
no.
The next person who makes a pun gets disadvantage on their next roll. I'm watching you all.
Anyways,
Yes, but you know she can't help it.
one sec. What?
If you go for another piece of chicken, don't touch the dish.
I'm good.
Put it back in the oven.
Yeah,
to
no,
cook
I'm
it
good.
a little more.
Can I get a drink of water? Oh wait, one sec. I'm gonna mute up.
So, you guys are all walking through. Outside of the parlor room, Fedor is standing there
I just
like a doorman.
go. Well, hello.
You know,
He
I
goes,
really do hold myself back.
hello, welcome. Right, right this way. He opens the door, and for you guys to enter to the parlor room. Parlor room is a very nice sitting area. It's got a little fireplace, a bunch of couches, a table, and there is a bar, mini bar. The glasses appear to be cleaning themselves, and there is a desk in the room, and behind the desk is Victor. With Elizabeth standing off to the side.
Which I know this might be a very stupid question. I just go. Is it possible to drink any of that from the minibar?
Victor looks over, shrugs. I never fucking tried.
Which I look at Edward and go, "Can I try?"
Be my guest.
I go and try to find the Jack Daniels to pour myself a little bit of drink.
Okay. You find a blue bottle of Jack Daniels. You pull out a glass, or in fact, a glass sets down in front of you, and a large, a blue shot of Jack Daniels just appears, it pours into the cup.
I just like, what the fuck? Okay. I just grab the cup and go back over to you guys, and I look so dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Was
It
Was
poured
there any-
itself.
what was there any watermelon whiskey?
I didn't look for that. I just looked for Jack Daniels.
There's blueberry whiskey.
And I just drink it, and I'm just like, eh?
Oh, nice, nice. It tastes like Tennessee.
I just go, it. I was like, I have lost words on how to explain the taste of this. Anyways, I'm gonna just drink this and be fine with it.
Forgot the. Victor just looks around and is like, welcome to the Velvet Room. Specifically, Edward's Velvet Room. Please, take a seat. We have much to discuss.
I just find a seat and I sit down, while still playing with the fire selector on my gun.
First things first, Victor puts a small pamphlet on his desk and glares at it.
Yeah.
He looks at Edward, looks back at the pamphlet, looks at Edward, looks back at the pamphlet. Can you guess what this is?
Contract.
No, it's your compendium.
Wait. So this is the current state of my compendium?
Correct. Took me a while to find it. Because I wasn't looking for a bare bones. But I found it. You will have to get more personas to make it a actual compendium again. Normally,
Gotta fill out
compendiums.
the pamphlet to upgrade it into a book again.
You'll have to do that. Yeah, it'll take a bit, but you could do that.
I just quickly
I'd
say
say
because
like, okay, roll me a D100, Edward, because you did do some training in mementos with the Phantom Thieves.
Mm-hmm. 67.
All right, that'll work. Yeah. You start giving stuff into the you start registering personas in the compendium, and slowly but surely the pamphlet turns into a newspaper, which then turns into an actual book. It's not a
It's only
sizable.
about a half an inch thick, but
It's not a big book. It's not like the grimoire that Elizabeth's holding.
Well, hey, it's a paperback book. What do you expect?
Yeah. Paperback writer.
me,
That'll have to do.
I just asked the question because wanting to learn. I just go, how does a wild card get more personas to put into that book there?
Depending on the method, there are many ways to do it. The first is to fuse them.
Okay.
But to fuse them, you already have to have base components.
There are many
Namely,
different
more personas.
If we are talking about the trickster, his way is to communicate with the shadows and take them into his mask. That is how he gains extra personas. Edward, because he has a similar method to the trickster, he can gain it like that.
Okay.
The previous two wildcards before the trickster,
Hey, Alpha.
Herr Narukami, and the previous one before him that you are here to help, use what is known as fragments of potential to pull them from the Sea of Souls.
Well then.
You will not have to worry about the fragments of potential. You would have to deal with chance time, and I'm not bothering with that bullshit again.
Fair.
What Edward has a special ability that lets him do things. With your sacred gear, if before you destroy them, you analyze them completely with your sacred gear, you can then transfer them via that way. You don't have to negotiate like the trickster does.
Hmm.
So, what you're saying is I can technically take them by force.
Technically, you're basically a Pokemon trainer.
I mean, that does kind of fit.
Or you're a detective and you're throwing the book at them.
I mean, fair
That one
enough.
fits more.
I mean, he has a.
Reminds me of someone I know. Looks fucking Ezra in his eyes.
I'll throw more than just a book at you, Declan.
I just go. That would
I'll
make
help him
sense.
throw the whole shelf at you.
I just go. That does make sense considering he has a familiar with a familiar.
Yes, exploring my wildcard's bonds have been interesting to say the least.
Which, just curious. If I know one thing for me and Edward, like we managed to resist it once, but if somehow me and him literally join, because that is a possibility, what does that mean about my persona?
Your respective arcanas would mix.
Hmm.
It's why your respective arcanas are so similar to each other.
He just sees my
Would you
head
like to?
tilt
Would you
and
like to
go,
know your
"What?
arcana?
Yes, please."
Or would you like to know the Null's arcana?
I'd like to know mine first.
Yours? You are the Aeon arcana.
Hmm.
Your fate is tied closely to the Fool.
Well then. And the null.
The null is the jester.
I just my head snaps to Ezra like, wait, what?
The jester arcana is a preliminary arcana that then evolves into something else. From what Narukami said, his jester arcana was Toro Adachi before it evolved into the hunger arcana.
Hmm.
Yes. Herr Ezra here was the jester once, and then he became the universe.
Hmm. I mean, that would make sense considering Threg.
Most likely, though, the Null by now has already evolved his arcana into hunger.
Hmm.
I will not know until you meet him again. And you will meet him again.
I'm not looking forward to that.
No, but he's looking forward to it.
Yeah.
As I said, I can tell each and every strength of your bonds with your friends, and they're very weird. Very, very weird.
Which that does.
Especially considering that the null is not a friend.
Yeah.
No. No, he is not. Many the Arcana don't have to be friends. They just have to have a strong bond with that person. But even then, there is still like a type of mutual respect between the bonds and the wild cards. Toro Adachi and Narukami have a healthy respect for each other. Cool motive, still murder type deal. I am not at liberty to discuss the tricksters in current present company.
That is fine.
Brown suit.
I am neither conferring nor denying.
Well, one thing I know is we gotta make it where we can't accidentally fuse, Sir Edward.
The easiest way to do that, to prevent not accidentally fusing, is get a hold of your respective powers.
That is
And on my
true.
part, that is going to be an extremely confusing process, isn't it?
Correct. You need to unlock and assimilate and then ignore. The more, let's say, voices in your head that appear, the harder it will be to control who you are. You, Edward, have to remember that you are in control. It is your life, not the previous incarnations of the whole.
And me, I gotta figure out how to stop taking in aspects by accident too. Don't
Correct.
I?
Once you figure out how to regulate, how to turn it off, so to speak, have the off switch, you'll be fine. Edward, yours is a bit trickier. But once you've, it's main only one of you needs to match to really get there. As you, Hedraxius, are the most volatile out of the three, you are the reason why they're trying to combine.
Fair enough.
The null wants to consume. The whole wants to branch out, so to speak.
And the
No,
Shattered wants
yeah.
to be whole again.
Abyss versus well, Void versus Dream. Abyss versus Dream. You would be a combination of the Infinite Void and the Dream, not the Abyssal Void.
Fair.
The Null used to be the Infinite Void, but he tapped into things that he wasn't supposed to. Let's say it's like that. Technically, I'm going against my mandate from my master's master in interfering with human affairs. But last time I didn't interfere with human affairs, my wild card died.
Information hardly counts as interfering. At best, it's taking a little bit of pressure off of for helping to understand the situation.
Mhm. I am skirting the lines a bit. I am showing you the paths, the many paths that's around you. You have to walk them yourself.
You're giving us a line to walk. It's our choice to walk it or not.
And again, I do not know all the answers, so if you find a separate path, go right ahead. I just know what you know. And, Herr Edward, you know a lot. The soul remembers. I'm not talking about the shattered, I'm talking about your actual souls.
Yeah.
The shattered and your actual souls are two different things, but that is not what we're here for. You have accepted to hear my brother and sister out.
Yes.
Have they told you of the situation?
They told me and Lucy. That's all I
No,
am
No, it is
able
you
to
and
say.
my father.
it
Here's
was me and you.
he looks at Elizabeth. The floor is yours. Elizabeth steps up. In the year 2009, our wild card sacrificed herself to save the world, using her own arcana to evolve it into the universe, much like your friend Ezra here. Theo and I were hoping that with your added powers, your uniqueness, there may be a way to no longer require her to be part of a seal. Theo speaks up. The Great Seal is a stopgap. It is to prevent the cognitive deity Erebus, the manifestations of humanity's sorrow, from reaching Nyx, the humanity's manifestation of death. If they ever touch, they ever meet, an event known as the Fall will occur. Billions will die.
Thus Igor's request before Ezra.
Elizabeth speaks up.
While we
Correct. Theo picks back up from there. I will not lie.
I start to say, "You've got to be," and then I catch myself and I zip my lips.
Yeah, you feel like you're being stared down by a dragon.
I look at Ezra and I go, if we couldn't Dovazil help?
Possibly. There are many different ways we could do this. Theo speaks up. I was hoping you would be able to say that. Elizabeth hands the big ass tome over to Theo, and he holds it very carefully. She sacrificed herself to save the world. And that's not how a hero's journey should end. Elizabeth and I, we left the Velvet Room to try to find a way to free her. I was going to leave on my lonesome, but Elizabeth decided to follow. There are many ways to stop this. Either permanently killing Erebus, permanently destroying Nyx, somehow making a seal that does not require
Hi, Frog.
the universe arcana to hold it. We tried many different things. But we are not strong enough to, well, stop a cognitive entity because they will come back. As long as humanity feels sorrow, they will come back. As long as humanity subconsciously desires for death, Nyx will exist. Elizabeth and I were running out of options. We don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So please, can you help us? Victor speaks up from behind the desk. The choice is ours. I will not interfere.
So what are you thinking, Ezra?
This wild card, what's her name? Theo speaks up. According to Western naming conventions, her name is Cotone. Cotone Shinomi. And I am certain that if you are able to free her from her shackles for good and prevent the fall, that would do a lot of good. I believe the term is PR for R.D.I. It would also get you into the good graces of the Karijo group, thus expanding your operations in the mundane world. And of course, slaying cognitive deities still counts as slaying deities. R.D.I. would gain the reputation of god slayers. That's not something any Pantheon can ignore. For better or for worse. Pros and cons, I will not lie. Ezra stands up and starts pacing around, starts walking around, checking the windows. To all of you who are looking, you guys see wherever Ezra steps, the carpet turns red for a split second before it fades back to blue.
Which I just go.
What are you doing?
I just look at
the feet.
I just
He
look at
looks
Ezra.
his feet. There's nothing here.
Ezra.
Take a step.
He takes a step, and then he sees the red splotch. Oh, that's new.
Ezra. I want to humor me a little bit here. Can you let out a teeny bit more of your aura?
Sure. A little bit around him, the area around him fades from velvet blue to crimson red.
Which I look over at Victor and I go, is that supposed to be possible?
Normally, no. But the Universe Arcana can do many crazy things.
And then there's also the fact that he's the dragon of domination.
It's probably that too, to be honest.
He's making reality bend to what he wants. Which I go, do you think it's doable? There, Ezra?
Ezra just taps his foot. We need a planning board. And then he stomps his foot down, and the entire room turns crimson red.
Which I go,
please don't do that.
A little extra there, Ezra. Anyways.
He goes up to a painting, and he hits it, and flips it. It flips around into a planning board. Right, R.D.I. Let's start planning. How do we kill a god that can reform based off of humanity's thoughts? I'm open to suggestions.
What if we don't kill it, but trap it somehow?
Okay.
In like an alternate dimension?
He puts Ezra puts on the board trap and writes from a line alternate dimension question mark. There's multiple areas he could put. All right, alternate dimension. Which dimension? It could probably escape this Erebus. It would have to be somewhere that he can't escape and can't draw power from humanity. Or there is because if he has a connection to humanity, connection to the world, he will be able to follow that connection back here.
Oh, lovely.
What?
We have to
Didn't-
find a way to block it off completely.
Didn't you guys tell me about some mission you did in some gap place?
The dimensional gap is still technically connected to humanity. It's literally
The dreams.
Yeah.
It's the dimensional gap. It's the space between reality.
It's the here nor there.
So nobody really knows if the connection to humanity is actually in the dimensional gap. There's only one person who could tell us that, and they're currently doing stunts.
Stunt?
The number one creature, the number one strongest being in existence, is currently living in the dimensional gap.
And probably doing figure eights and loop-de-loops. And barrel
The
rolls.
Dragon of Dreams. The dragon referenced in the book of Revelations. Great Red.
Yeah.
As he says each and every one of those titles, you realize exactly what the fuck is in there. It's something that could look at you, decide you are a fly, and wipe you from existence with nary a thought. We don't fuck with the dimensional gap. Unless it's a last resort.
The last time we did that
Technically, the only
mission.
one who can freely do so is me.
And we don't even know how much that's possible. We don't know how much leeway Edward has. Strong enough beings can survive in the dimensional gap, but not strong enough beings, the dimensional gap will tear you apart, will force you to fade.
But then if that dragon's in there, wouldn't the god fight the dragon?
And then it would die, and then it would reform later down the line.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
that powerful. Okay.
Yeah.
No, Victor's like, it's not that powerful. Erebus is just that slippery. When you are dealing with cognitive deities, you take it away, it dies, it will form again later. If you kill Erebus for good, like actually kill it, you're just kicking the can down the line.
Yeah.
You will have to do it again in 10, 20 years. You want a permanent solution now.
Meaning you'd actually have to cut it off from its source.
But I was talking about Red being strong enough to kill the deity.
Red is strong enough to kill anything.
But will he? We don't know.
Good question. We don't know. We know that with the event in the dimensional gap, the cascade, the null caused it.
And Big
And
Red did not come near us.
Not come near us, not until the barrier fell, and then Great Red wiped everything out as it was disappearing. But only when that barrier fell, Great Red didn't even come anywhere near. We saw him flying around, but that's about it. Great Red is an existence that sees everybody as infinitesimally small ants. What could infinitesimally small ants do to him?
Or offer him to even
Correct.
help us.
He might just decide that Erebus is stupid and ejects him back out into humanity. Then we're really fucked. So we can't rely on Great Red. But the alternate dimension does have merit. There are two other dimensions we are not considering right now. Ones that are not connected to humanity.
Oh.
Can you name them?
Don't look at me, I'm a dumbass.
They go by the same second name, but they have a different first name. Ezra just looks at you guys. Come on, guys.
And I just sheltered?
The abyssal and infinite void.
There's a reason why I kept my mouth shut. I didn't want to say it. I'm sorry.
It's all good. The
Hearing
abyssal and
those,
infinite void are not connected to humanity. Not.
but the only way to access those is difficult, if I'm not mistaken.
One has to be through the number 2 spot on the 10 strongest beings in existence. Ophis, the infinite dragon god, and I don't know how to access the abyss.
It's an abyssal, mostly used by the one book I lost.
Yeah, the ones that are able to hold demons instead of, yeah, demons and devils are 2 separate things.
Which
Remember
I
that,
go
everyone.
and look at Ezra. I go, I read the entire book entirely. I have the knowledge. However,
You do.
can I remember it off the top of my head? No. However, I look over at Edward and go, there's somebody that can.
Be careful though. We don't know if the way to open requires a catalyst that we don't have. So we'll shelve the alternate dimension, but
For
trapping
later.
is still on the table. There is something we can do. Again, Ezra writes on the board, destroy. I'm not talking about kill. What everybody else has been doing is kill. I'm talking about destroy. We
Cutting it
don't
off
know
from
what.
its source.
Yeah, cutting it off from the source, then killing it. If we can cut the connection to humanity and I blast it face full of power of destruction, something might happen. Ezra circles back over to trapping. Thamas could freeze it into absolute 0.
Wait,
I'm not
I have an idea. What about corrupting?
corrupting.
Make it a
Ezra
puppet.
taps his chin and writes on the board, control. Controlling Erebus.
We could also throw it into an infinite loop.
Mm-hmm.
He does do a small little doodle of ethereal timepiece. Maybe. Trap it in a time loop.
Trap both of them in time loop, then they can't move. But then they can never touch.
Correct. Which means they'll still be connected. But we can use that own connection to power the array. And if we make the array out of Dovazul plus ethereal timepiece to stabilize the loop,
Ethereal timepiece for initial stabilization and then have it self-stabilize after it started.
We might have something here.
Meaning they still are alive and kicking, and they don't need to perish, and then we don't have to alter reality.
We're not kicking the can down the line by destruction.
It's basically like sticking them in an infinite mirror room.
Yeah. They will never get out of it.
Throwing them in a trash compactor.
Making a better seal with no requirement of a
sacrifice.
Of a sacrifice.
Which I do look at Edward, by the way, and go, by the way, so we at least have the knowledge of the book I read, and I'm not saying its name. Do you know how to get the knowledge out of my head into a book?
Ezra just shakes his head.
Mental imprint is not something to be used lightly.
I know.
You could lose your memories again, Drax. And that's the easy way out. The best case scenario, everything goes correct. You get the knowledge out on a book, and we have basically a Necro Mach 2.
Except
most likely
that with the way that book in particular works is no two full copies of it can exist at the same time.
And it wouldn't have the power as its power as a catalyst. You just have the words. The book is written on flesh,
That's
not paper.
Ew.
I know, but that's why I was saying if we put it in a book, it's not usable. We have the
Wait,
knowledge at
The,
least.
the knowledge
Wait.
is there, but it can't be used as a catalyst. The book
I
can't
hold
be
my
used as
hands
a
up. I'm
catalyst.
like, wait. You
Yes,
said you lost the book?
Mm,
more like it was stolen, but yes.
Does
The Valefor clan of the Devil clan was entrusted with the Nomicon to keep it safekeeping.
But then the whole war happened.
It was given to them by Hellel himself.
But does dang it, I can never remember her dang name. The lady that I'm part of the faction of,
Yusaka?
Gotcha.
Yusaka. Does Yusaka know that the book's been lost?
No, nobody knows the book's been lost.
The only one that does is myself and the one that took it and R.D.I.
I just put my hands on my face. Oh.
Yeah.
We're keeping that knowledge under wraps because if knowledge gets out that the Necronomicon is gone,
Actually, there is one other person that would know.
yeah, you told him to look for it. Currently, Heaven knows.
Which Heaven is knowing that I will never use that book, and hence why I would be able to keep it on me at all times.
It's why Heaven never. Heaven. mm, The
Heaven's
Valefor
weird.
family took the idea of keeping the Necronomicon out of use very seriously. Not even any of their members wanted to use it because they knew the corruptive reasoning, the corruptive power of it, that it accessed the abyssal void, that it could summon demons from the outer planes.
Yeah.
Whatever words you want to
Not to
use.
mention the fact that it also has the capability to not just connect to those outer planes, but also the eldritch outer planes, and nobody wants to deal with those either.
Yeah,
There's
no.
only one. Again, there's only two beings in the entire universe right now that can deal with those: Great Red and Ophis.
And we did not want to piss them off. Anyways,
There's a reason why you don't see many cultists around, and you only see them in history books because Great Red cleaned house. He polices the dimensional gap, preventing these eldritch entities from coming in. The only way they
and
can get in is through the abyssal void.
and the only one that currently knows the book's location is Wesker.
Correct. Fucking Wesker. Him and his wearing sunglasses indoors and at night. Fake ass bullshit.
I'm trying to
Alright,
figure
back
out
to the
how he
matter
knew
at
where
hand.
the fucking book was.
Good
That's the
question.
main question because
He's a lich. He might have. He's had a lot of time to figure it out.
yeah, fair enough. Anyways,
I just sit there and stare at all you guys like, oh, I did not need
Yeah.
to know this.
Yeah, R.D.I has a lot of enemies, but we also have a lot of allies. Welcome to the club.
which I just
Welcome to
look
the
at
club,
Shia.
bud.
But Yusaka,
I just look at
This
Shia and
is-
go, Shia.
This is something that it does not affect the Yaokai faction. Not yet.
They would be pissed to know
if
that
it
it is
got into the
missing.
wrong hands, it would
It's
affect us.
It's already in the wrong hands. It was gone before Drax even came into holding it. Or at least
This
it
time
was
around.
gone before he remembered.
Yeah.
This time around.
Yasaka knows I lost my memories, so they would know that the book has also disappeared because of it.
Okay.
Hence why they haven't done
Oh,
shit.
most of the factions, and by most of them I mean 99% of them, understand that if the last heir of the Valefor clan has forgotten the location of the book, forgotten the safe where it's being kept, that's probably for the best.
And assume that it's already gone missing.
The Nomicon can't be destroyed. People have tried.
Hell, we
I
even
know
tried.
that.
Not gonna lie. It's better than getting shot in the arm.
You brought you brought a rampage.
I know. I'm just saying, trying to destroy that book is better than
As we
getting
head
shot
into
in the
the outer
arm.
limits. Yeah, pretty much.
Back to the term at hand. Edward, can you run the calculations? Roll me a hack check.
What the?
Anyways, but I
Lucy.
do.
Mm-hmm.
How good are you with your ethereal timepiece?
I
30.
I don't know.
Blue 30.
Blue.
30.
Blue 32. Blue 32.
You
So-
can run the calculations pretty easily
Nice.
for stabilizing a localized power source and connecting it to an esoteric energy. You'll need Declan's help because of
Alright.
Artificer Sandbox does connection to esoteric energy on a daily basis.
I'll
Yeah.
need his help, I say, pointing at Declan.
Done. You
I
have it.
wave my hand at Edward. Hi.
Which I
It's
just
because
go.
your sacred gear does connection of esoteric energies on basically a daily basis.
And I just look and I go. I could deal with everybody in the underworld for you. Let them know why you're taking forever to come back to say hi. It's fine.
We'll deal with it.
But
Famas, I'm gonna need your help.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Start designing phrases of power.
Oh,
Things that deal with time, holding, blocking. Anything that can keep in and let nothing out.
Basically, make it a loop point. You get to the edge of the designated space and start back at the middle. The next thing you realize.
Write the phrase in reverse. Make it a link.
I'm gonna start conversing immediately with Velcana about this.
Oh yeah, no, she's up and ready. She's got knowledge for you.
yeah, which
Lucy,
oh wait,
Mm?
I need you to start working on gathering time energy because we need a fuck ton of it.
Okay.
I just
Roll
Speaking,
me I
and
just
whereabouts is the current exit of the Velvet Room?
Did you just ask for the current exit?
I'm asking where the current exit is because technically, the last place we were has like a ridiculous amount of weird time energy going on.
What was my secondary
right.
attribute again?
They all look at each other. The Velvet Room attendants. Thea speaks up. What you sensed was known as the Abyss of Time. It is at the bottom area of the Abyss of Time is the Great Seal, where our wild card is being held.
And Lucy asked, what does she have to hit again?
Oh, it's your semblance.
Yeah, but what's my secondary attribute?
Your secondary attribute
I'm pretty
is
sure
discipline.
it was discipline.
Yeah,
Uh,
you are a willpower discipline.
yeah.
Your secondary attribute is discipline.
Which I just say in Dovizul when I get my hand.
Also, add advantage because of a reason that you missed that I have to remember that you don't know, but I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, I say in Dovizul when I get my hands on Wesker, I'm gonna wring his fucking neck.
Here it goes. Get in line.
And I look over at the two of you and I'm like, that sounded like you were pissed.
Oh no, you just hear a slight sneering snarl coming from me.
Which
In short, Wesker a dick.
I just go back to speaking just normally and I go, sorry. I was saying that what I'll do to Wesker when I get my hands on him. So yeah, I'm pissed.
Well, from the sounds of it, it would be very unpleasant if it were to happen to me. So it's better him than me.
And 32.
I just put my hand on your head and just go, "You aren't able to piss me off as much as he has."
Okay, 32. Yep, you were able to figure out some good at standard. Oh yeah, 32. That's good. That's good. All right. Yeah.
TLDL, the Lich deserves it.
And just
I
for
mean,
reference for the snarling sound, think of the Predator alien sound.
Hmm.
okay. I mean,
That's
I would
that's the
say
PC
that
sound I'm doing.
that they deserve it. That's
I didn't.
especially with what they did. But um, again, I don't know. I don't know that.
What?
Right. Gia,
Hmm,
Yeah.
what?
you
Oh,
guys will be on defense. Because I take it this abyss of time is not empty? Theo and Elizabeth just shake their head.
I just
Based
pointed
on
myself,
the
I'm like,
current set of circumstances, I would bet that it's filled with shadow.
You would be very correct, Herr Edward. It is filled with shadows.
I am the night.
Do we know what aspect they
But-
fall towards? Radiation? What?
9.
is
Hmm.
You have no navigator. That is knowledge I cannot give to you.
Fair enough.
is are we going to need all need
Speaking closest.
I don't have access to my persona yet. How can I
Ezra throws
defend-
something at you.
catch it?
It's a gun. It's a weird looking gun, but it's a gun.
Is this the Samurai's Edge that Declan made for me?
It's a modified Declan Samurai Edge. Yes, it's got a fire selector.
I do
What
good
is-
work when I want to.
You flip the fire selector all the way to the bottom. Once the gun starts glowing blue, point it at your head and pull the trigger.
Which
But not in here.
I do just show her what it looks like with my gun. I just turned the fire selector to that.
I look
I'm guessing
over.
it changed.
Yeah, it starts glowing. Ezra pulls out the ace of hearts. He flicks his. His starts glowing, but not blue. It's like a emerald green.
Not red, Ezra?
The gun is kind of red. The gun has red. Literally, the grip is red. The heart motifs are red. What do you mean?
And then I
Well,
just
stare
my
at the
edge,
I-
that is the one that I won in the competition, is also Declan modified.
I just stare at the gun. I'm like, is this one of those gun things?
Yes, it's an evoker. But it also fires actual bullets. And special bullets once you get access to your abilities. You can funnel energy into it. Make sure the fire selector is all the way up to the top if that's the case. Then you can use up your own personal energy as bullets. Either Sacred Gear energy firing water or Senjutsu to fire Senjutsu bullets.
And I'm like, I just pointed. I'm like, so where it's at right now on this S is the safe, right?
Yes.
which
Okay,
I
just
put mine
wanted to
back to
double check.
safe and
It's
then
standards
holster it.
unsafe.
Yes.
Just wanted to double check how that worked. I've never used a weapon besides my claws and my
Yeah.
shujitsu.
I'm gonna give you a rundown, Shia.
I
Keep
Okay.
your booger hook off the bang switch until you're ready to bring the hate.
can you say that in English or in
Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to kill someone.
which
I think I also heard you never want to point it at someone unless you're gonna use it.
that is true. Which I do step to her side and I show her how to hold it.
I point it. I just have it held down. I'm holding it like by the slide right now.
Yeah. Which I move your hands to hold it by the grip and get you to have your hand placement, and I tell you to keep your finger off the trigger.
There is on the safety switch. There is one level above it and 2 levels below it. The first level below the safety switch is normal ammunition, or normal as we get with a Declan modified weapon. It'll be able to hurt supernatural weapon and entities. You're not firing some simple pea shooter there. That's gonna have some kick. It's got magic imbued into it. It's got
Yeah.
runes on it to reduce that recoil. But we can't get rid of it all.
Okay.
I quickly asked Victor, is it okay if we step outside to show her how to use it?
There should be a range in the basement, knowing how they work here, if they work as I expect they do.
There was, in fact, a firing range in the past. And since this place has been modernized due to Herr Edwards' inclusion, it should be a modern firing range down in the basement.
I just go, mind if me and Shia occupy it?
It is not my room.
Also, Shia,
Mm.
You are my
use a holster.
guest. Feel free.
I was just about to ask if there's a way I could carry it. I catch it,
Yeah, it's
And
a
then-
whole. You have a holster. You can get a holster. It's easy.
attach it, and put it in the holster,
Which I then,
and then put my little
Mm.
like jacket that I normally wear over it.
which
Remember,
I do.
when you want to summon your persona, flip it all the way to the bottom, past the standard firing, all the way to the bottom. You'll know you're at the bottom when the switch can't go any further and your gun glows blue.
I just gave you a thumbs up.
Which I look at her and I just tap her on the shoulder and start walking to the basement.
Robert,
Follow along.
can I modify mine to have a burst fire onto it as
Sure.
well?
Sure. It's going to be a burst fire mode, and if you use the burst fire mode, it takes up 2 actions. But yeah,
Okay. You want me to roll for it?
no, it's part of your sacred gear.
Okay.
Simple idea. I'm just telling you the gameplay-wise mechanic that burst fire does require 2 actions.
By the way, I just quickly ask Ezra. I go, should I use my samurai edge to kind of show a demonstration?
Sure.
Got it.
Declan.
What
Okay,
up?
I have a out of character question for the weapon. Is it like a cartridge or is it like a
Cartridge.
revolver?
Magazine.
Cartridge? Magazine?
It-
Okay.
Cartridge.
Magazine with like standard looking brass ammo.
It
Okay.
looks it, but it's not actual
That's-
standard.
That's fine. I get that part, but I just wanted to understand what I'm doing, so when I do
Yeah.
stuff with it,
Ezra,
I
Declan,
can
and Edward.
play it right.
Yeah.
Good. So yeah. So it's there's only 2. Technically, I think
My batteries died. In
there
my
are revolvers in the party. Revolver type weapons. Famas has a revolver type. Ezra has a revolver type.
The Jackal and Castle are technically.
They
Actually, no, they're
they
mag fed.
are.
They're
No,
mags.
They're mag fed. I just realized that. Nope, never mind.
So So yeah. Declan uses more rifles than pistols.
I mean, he could be using an elephant gun that has from Borderlands. Fucking with the chamber that he can
And-
rotate.
And also, ours are, even though they're revolvers, they're fucking hand cannons in God.
Yeah. They're able to. They've designed their weapons to hunt to fight dragons.
Yeah,
They are a hunt. They are revolvers by design, not by caliber.
yeah.
Mhm.
Anyways, so I'm guessing you're all pretty much doing what you're doing upstairs.
Mhm.
Okay.
Lucy's currently gathering energy. Declan, Ezra needs you to roll semblance
All semblance.
because you need to help Edward in making a energy transfer.
Where the fuck is the button again?
Between dust and resistance?
Because you are
Hmm.
you're working with Edward to figure that out with the stabilization. Famas will also be listening in to create something of a phrase, a phrase of power that can help facilitate that. To
Yeah,
where
and-
nothing fades.
Yeah, and I'm
With
this now. If I were to actually try to look that shit up, that would drive me bad.
No, you're not looking anything up. but they don't. But you and Ezra are only listening in. You and Ezra are actually making sentences of power.
Is it one roll cool for me?
He should have one.
Yes.
Am I the only one with 2? Wait a minute.
Yes.
Yes.
Well then.
God damn it.
Because of a certain
And I'm
bounty.
the only one
Wow,
with 0.
Yeah. That was a challenge.
4.
Um.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
that
how
was
you get
done
your second one.
off of streams.
Yeah, we had to. We had to do that off
Yeah.
stream.
Well,
Anyways.
you had to do it off of your stream. My stream, it could have
Well,
been
you
actually
just
done.
joined.
Yeah, I know.
So
Hush.
meh.
It was referenced on stream. It was referenced.
Yeah, it was
I know it was
reference.
referenced.
It was a fade to black, but it was referenced.
Anyways, all different things aside. So
Artificer Sandbox, yeah, you're able to help Edward. Oh wait, you should have written that. Rolled that at advantage because you had Edward helping. Roll me a d10. Just re-roll me a d10.
Okay.
1d10. Mostly.
A D10.
So 28.
No, it's gonna stay. You know what? Yeah, I'll add it. I'll say that. I'll add it to. Yeah, 28. We'll go with that.
Well,
Okay.
that's what you normally would do.
Yeah, and I'll add it to it. Normally, advantages it replaces the lowest d10, but the lowest d10 is also a 4, so it would be. But 28, I will go with that since I did fuck up on that one and forgot to say since you're being helped out. Okay, so yeah, no,
anyways.
you're able to do it. Yeah, you're able to design a magical array that allows for that. And remember, you're all trying to integrate this into a time loop function, and nothing can contradict any gaps, and then it's go time. If anything goes wrong, a bunch of people are gonna die.
Hey, Robert.
Edward, does this look good to you? Is this duty worthy?
It works. Could be better, but that's you're going off of your standard than his standard.
And I'm just gonna say this: you're just gonna be hearing me muttering shit in Dovizul backwards.
Yeah, it's going to be a very much of a problematic. Ezra suggests some words of power. Of course, you guys are spitballing ideas to each other. All right, everybody roll me d100. Moss,
Okay.
you roll me 2.
Do I gotta join in on that?
No, you and Shia should
there's
not
my
have
2
to worry
rolls
about it.
in one.
That's fine. You and Shia are technically playing defense, so it's not part of the array.
Speaking of, while all these rolls are going on,
72. All right, good. 72. Awesome. Nice.
with all these
see?
rolls going on,
Or do you want a reroll?
I will let you know once everybody's done rolling their d100s.
Okay.
Do you need me to roll one?
yeah.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
As you're part of the you're gathering the time energy.
69.
69.
Woohoo!
Nice.
69.
Perfect
Nice.
number.
All right.
I'm hiding the
okay.
number. Give me a minute.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I have a childish rule in my head. Anytime somebody rolls a 69, they've succeeded their part.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. Usually, the
Yeah.
69 is the threshold anyway of a success or a failure. But a 69 is good. It's not as good as a crit, obviously, but it's good.
It's the funny
all right.
number good.
It's the funny number good. Okay, all right. That's 2 successes, and 3 averages.
There we go.
Reroll that 54. Reroll one of yours, Tomas. Yes.
64.
Okay.
You went 10 up.
nice. It works. That's 3 overpowers the neutral, so it works.
Hey, Tomas, take my 5.
Take my 5.
Anyways,
Put you at a solid 50. Loud and correct buzzer. All right.
anyways,
Thea, you're being taught by Drax. I need you to roll me a performance check, both of you.
Performance?
Yeah. How
Yep.
well do you learn, and how well does he teach?
Performance.
Well, his teaching's
Parry,
probably
jump,
going
sneak,
to do good
pickpocket,
since he got
climb,
2 roll of cool.
35.
Yeah, teaching's good.
grapple, performance. There we go. Come on.
It's taking a sweet time to load.
Yeah. I don't know why
Yes.
my browsers are running like
27.
so slow.
Wait.
Oh my. That's
Oh, that's a crit.
Yeah! Roll another 10!
Roll another 10.
Yeah,
You
just
rolled
roll a 10.
critical. You roll a 10 and then you add it to the performance.
And if it's
Roll.
another 10, you add another point.
You do it again. Every time you roll a 10, it chains. It could chain indefinitely. Could. Usually
Come on.
doesn't.
Give me a D10. Oh, there's basic D10.
6. Ah,
Nice.
33.
Nice.
33.
33. You're a crack shot.
damn. I just
The funny thing is, I'm a crack shot IRL.
I just look at you and just go, "Are you sure you haven't held a gun before?"
Never. First time.
Well, you're one damn good shot. Damn.
Here's how I'll explain that. You're able to sense literally everything with senjutsu. So you know exactly where that bullet's gonna go. Exactly where you need to aim. It took a bit to hook up, but you literally go Zen mode when you fire. So yeah, you're pretty good accuracy.
I'm gonna look at her and just go, "You
Happy
want to
dance.
try a slightly bigger gun?"
Once I'm done with Edward, I'm gonna go and watch Shia do gun stuff.
All right.
What do you mean slightly bigger?
If I'm correct, my samurai edge is slightly more powerful than hers for shot power, right?
Okay.
Ezra. Robert.
That no, I rolled it as Ezra. I meant to roll it as BM. But
No, I was asking, would she be able to shoot my samurai edge? Is it like slightly more powerful, kick wise?
I mean, it's how it's okay. So the samurai edges start as a default. Okay, there's a basic. If you want to modify that for like better accuracy, better power, that's on you. Obviously, more power, less accuracy. More accuracy, less power. Reload speed is kind of in there as well.
Or should we see if she can fire one of the
But
twin guns?
you should be able to fire your samurai edge pretty easily. She
Hmm.
wouldn't be able to fire it in evoker area. Actually, no, fuck it, she would be able to. Evokers are pretty much usable by everybody.
Could I hand her, because I made you modify the castle or the jackal? I forget.
No, it doesn't matter. She could fire the bullet. She could fire the gun with a fucking 33. Yeah, she could fire
Well,
all the guns.
the 454 castle is what I'm wanting her to try at this point.
With the magical metals it's made out of, the recoil is pretty manageable. She's able to fire it.
Okay.
Yeah, now if you were to use like minor Ezra's, oof.
No,
The
that
kick would, yeah.
that'd be tough.
Like I wouldn't even be able to do that
Still
properly.
pull, like how the ace sent Edward flying while he was firing it.
So I'm guessing Declan shows up,
Mm-hmm.
which I just look over at Declan and go, "Hey Declan,
What up?
how well do you think you and Shia would do at a little bit of a contest?"
Is there a target that I can see that she's already shot at?
Yeah.
How well does it look like she's done?
Pretty good. Like for a first time, it's actually really good for a first timer. What you see is about what you think would be somebody who's been to the firing range constantly for 2 years straight.
I'm gonna go
So,
out on a
tight.
limb here, Drax, and say, be about neck and neck.
Let's do it.
Oh boy.
All right.
Which I then I kind of just yell up the stairs and go, "Hey, Ezra, give me a random count of numbers."
Between
I don't know how many bullets are in a mag for the Samurai Edge.
15.
We're doing a shooting contest down here.
We don't have the time.
Damn. Okay.
Edward,
I
you
put
finish
my
up your
gun back in the
calculations.
holster.
Lucy, you are still going to be gathering energy as you're just preparing a. You've been preparing the ethereal timepiece to absorb a fuck ton of it, because you know you're about to go into an area with a fuck ton of time energy.
Which
Okay.
No using your sacred gear in the abyss of time.
I just put my guns away and walk back upstairs. And I just
The
look
only one
at
that can technically get away with it would probably be me.
but
We don't really have a navigator, but I'm the closest thing to being my own navigator.
which I get up beside Ezra and I go and look at him with the look of accomplishment for teaching somebody and a little bit of shock. But not like bad
As the
shock.
only one of you in your group has the potential to be a navigator,
Mm-hmm.
and that is because of bullshit.
Bullshittery. Yeah, sounds about
Correct.
right.
You, Eldraxius,
What?
one of your aspects will allow for a navigator type aspect to Arthur Dule.
Right. So
You just have to figure out which one.
I only have 4. So it's either or. I just I'm gonna think for a moment.
Is everybody ready?
Ready.
Ezra just nods.
Drax is still thinking, but he nods.
I walk up next to Ezra with a big old smile on my face. The target sheet in my hand. Just staring at it.
Keep
Not
that. We'll
bad.
frame it.
Framing it. Ezra just rolls his eyes. Put it in the trunk of the car.
Which
Just
I
kinda
go.
nod.
Target sheet.
I just Ezra will hear this, and whoever is semi listening to what I'm doing. I just go, my fox form? Probably. That'd make the most logical sense. Or would it be my angelic form? The angelic aspect. Which then I just go, sorry, lost in train of thought.
He nods. Victor nods. And Elizabeth and Theo bow to you guys very deeply.
Respectfully, I bow back. As a
Theo just says, "Thank you for this."
that's not every day we get asked to pull somebody out of trouble.
We're still technically performing a little bit of maintenance on a world-saving event. So we're still technically dealing with world-saving in a manner of speaking.
Yeah.
In a manner.
And then I just look at Ezra and go, oh yeah, by the way, you managed to pick up a fucking crack shot.
I always have an eye for talent.
Yeah. Which I look at you and go, well, either I'm a good freaking teacher or somehow she has, enough to know what to do.
Why not both?
Ezra looks over. How do we get into this abyss of time? Victor kind of looks
It's only a matter of time.
Victor can't say. He just like looks very strained as he tries to say something, but he just nods.
Hey, I just quickly look at Edward and I go, was that a fucking time pun I just heard?
No, it was wordplay because it is an accurate statement.
And while I'm still
Victor speaks up.
going
You
over-
already know the answer to that.
Hmm.
You figured it out earlier this morning. I cannot say more, Herr Edward, you know what to do. Stay safe.
I just say normal speak real quick. Huh. If only it would be written down and then lost.
As he says that, I just
I
glare at him a
will.
little bit
I'm
like,
going. I'm going to ask. Okay. As you guys are walking to the car, do you remember how to get into the abyss of time?
to school.
Okay. Okay. Correct. It is beneath the school. You are right. Do you remember exactly how to get in there?
No, I was only able to tell that I was there.
All right. Declan. Declan. Hi,
I'm
buddy.
not here. Don't look at me.
Declan. I gave you this puzzle yesterday. Last time.
Midnight.
Midnight. Yay!
Nighttime!
Fucking hell.
Like,
I hate that we
you're
did
not
that.
gonna
I hate that
Oh,
we did
I'm
that.
still working on that clip. That clip
about-
is excellent.
It's about fucking time that I got to use that answer.
Anyways,
Get in the fucking car.
I look, but I do look at
I put-
Ezra and I actually
opened
ask.
the trunk and I put my
Hmm?
my sheet in there like I was told to.
Oh yeah, there's a place where you can put it. It's very nice and organized here. There's also a lot of fucking guns.
Which,
Well, I'm sorry, I gotta have my arsenal with me.
I mean, my Borealis is in there if I'm not mistaken.
There's a lot of
Are-
fucking guns in
just
there.
carry
anything
my
like bigger?
Huge.
Like sniper rifle?
Yeah, that's in there.
Can I grab my Borealis, or did we
The
ever make it?
Borealis is a fucking sniper. Yeah.
Yeah, which I just picked this up and I go, mine.
I like that.
Pulled up my
I go, I'm
Carl
keeping this on me
Gustav
now.
recoilless rifle. always keep
Meanwhile,
that
Edward
can
has
on me.
more of a knack of calling
Dom, you got
shots for
extremely quiet,
people
bud.
rather than taking them himself.
Ezra just looks at walks around to the back. You guys are showing off guns, really?
I go, I'm grabbing this so the cat doesn't grab it.
Fair enough. If you want to use a sniper rifle, you can use mine.
I
Hold
look
that
down
mic.
at the guns.
He
Which one?
hits the back panel, and
Don't tell me it's the same one that police girl uses.
it is not. It's not an anti-tank rifle.
It's not the Harkonnen cannon.
No.
The reason why I wanted the castle, the 454 castle and jackal, is because I like the guns. They are a really good design.
They're beautiful guns.
Yeah, and just out of game real quick. Really? Whisper of the Worm?
Yep, it's Whisper of the Worm. Mint.
Speed. I just realized what Chad said in the group chat here. Speed.
Wait. If you're doing Whisper of the Worm, I gotta pull up my sleeper, bro.
I'm just trying to figure out which Whisper I want to do. Do I want to do default Whisper or
Well, you can't really do Taken Whisper.
no? I can't do Taken Whisper.
Not yet, technically. That could be an
Not yet.
upgrade.
Yeah.
Because technically, You could have it where this is where it gets that upgrade.
Yes. It's possible.
Just like, oh, I just thought of the perfect gun for Shia.
More like
Malfeasance.
black hammer with white nail.
That's the pre-whisper version.
Okay.
I was talking more of a secondary handgun.
No, I was reading something in my chat.
Yeah, that is basically what Whisper of the Worm is as
Okay.
in Destiny of a lower tier.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, Robert, we could let Shia just have Malfeasance, the penetrating
Ooh.
drill bullet, essentially.
Oh yeah, possible. It's okay. I got it. I got the one that Ezra has. It's not. It's bound hammer. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, the reason why I also picked the Borealis is because it can switch aspects, aka perfect for a Drax to use for the Borealis.
Robert,
Mhm.
the between breaths is a good skin. It's not basic.
Anyways, I'm just gonna use. I'm guessing my sniper has a sling on it, so I'm just gonna use the sling and make it where I can
Yeah, sure. Why
hold it
not?
on my back.
He hands you a very intricately made sniper rifle that feels like it's made out of dragon bone.
Shia. Picture in chat for you.
I have a better one.
Yep,
One
that
without all the stats.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the Whisper of
It's
the Worm.
yeah. It
Okay.
is in the That's what Ezra hands you. You can use mine.
I look at it. I'm like, ooh, it's pretty.
It's made of dragon bone.
It's really lightweight.
Yep.
It's made of dragon bone.
It's made of dead dragon bone.
Yeah, meaning that
I take it and just kind of look up in the air and look through the Skype real quick.
the
Scope
Skype,
real
the
quick.
Skype, the Skype.
The scope on the gun, not on the picture, but the actual gun is kind of like a ruby red. And you look through it, it doesn't really tinge anything when you look through it.
Hmm.
But you do feel like some power off of this gun.
Yeah, I definitely would like to try this.
I just poked my head out the window. Y'all hurrying up or what?
I set
Hey,
the gun back in its spot and
I'm just giving the woman one of my fucking legs. It's fine.
oh
I put my
my.
head back out. Do I need to tell Jill and the rest?
It's Thraig's body. What do you mean? That makes you all kind of pause a little bit. Like, wait a minute, what?
It wouldn't really make me pause.
Yeah,
But I mean, it'd still be like,
yeah.
It was probably from one of the previous caches of Red Dragon Emperor.
Correct. I found some of Thraig's corpse. It was surreal, turning that into weapons.
so you did have permission, luckily enough.
Yeah. I
He's
made a couple
still
weapons with it.
he's still probably like, why are you using my bones?
No, actually, whenever I used the weapons, he always felt a connection to them.
Well, yeah, obviously, because they're his body. That would make sense.
He asked me to use them a lot, which is why I put some of his bones in the Ace of Hearts.
Fair.
It's in the nice grip.
And you just hear a crunch from the fucking car. I'm just munching on Aetheryte crystals at that point.
Yep. Ezra just hops into the front seat. Get in.
I just
Ezra.
get in. I'm still holding my Borealis.
Weird question. Do
I
you
hop
have
in the
any
back
raw
seat.
materials in your car?
Yeah. I usually keep them at the underneath the board in the back. Why?
Gonna make a gun.
All right. Yeah, there should be some spare bones. Nothing too huge though.
Okay. Do they, might chance, be electrically conductive?
It's bone.
I toss a
Yes, it's
couple of electric aetherite crystals to him.
These will do nicely.
Ezra starts the car, and you guys pull out of the velvet driveway. Before you guys are back on the street where you disappeared, keeping going. Nobody seems to pay attention to the car that just randomly appeared out of nowhere, and you don't hit anybody, so that's nice.
I just look at Ezra and just go, so, we're next.
Ezra checks his watch. We were in there for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We were in the meeting previously for 3.
Okay.
So it's currently about.
I just look at the digital clock on the dash.
8. It says 8. 8:27
I go,
p.m.
I just look, I go, when did we get out of
3
the meeting?
hours away.
Midnight, huh?
Yeah. So what do we
You
want
know-
to do to kill time?
Question.
Shooting range?
You guys can do that. I'm gonna make a couple phone calls.
I should at least text the two that are probably worried sick.
Oh yeah, and we're going into a situation that could end with a lot of people dying. Who do you think I'm texting?
Yeah.
Or calling, really? The rest of the peerage back at HQ and home.
And
my
I'm
family.
And I'm
Mhm.
literally just
I,
I'm fucking just messaging them through Magic Circle.
yeah,
Mhm.
and I just look at you and I go, tell Barry I said hi.
I will. Ezra can't use the magical circle because it just gets eaten by by destruction. He has to use the fucking phone
Yeah.
like a pleb. All right, so Ezra will be MIA. What are y'all doing?
I'm taking Shia and whoever wants to come with to the shooting range.
I'm gonna come with, but I'm also making my gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do check the back. The car is red again.
And we are currently over here.
Okay.
You guys are no longer by the school. You guys are like, you guys are over here.
Declan is going to be making a railgun that shoots 2mm steel projectiles. And he's also going to have the electrical energy from.
Aetherite crystals, the lightning
Can,
aspect.
can we get the fin chat for me, Fam? What the fuck?
I also, so that was part 1 of the power system, Robert.
Mhm.
Part 2 is going to be the electrical liquid that I have stored in my fucking artificer sandbox.
Okay.
But yeah, we have writing from last time because of Dom. I don't know why he decided to do that, but it's fucking Evan J.
That was at the time where Chaz was having internet failure.
Yeah, but it's still funny that it's upside down and backwards, and I can still read the damn shit.
Same. But the fact that it's F in chat, not fin chat.
Well, I mean, put it together.
But
performance roll, Robert?
Yeah. As you're using some magic items here.
Yes.
By the way, question for you there, Robert. How long does it take us after he's done making his gun for us to find the thing?
Damn it.
Find what thing?
The shooting range. Because this is a place we haven't been to.
Oh, the shooting range here. There's an airsoft shooting range, but no actual gun shooting range.
Damn. I go.
There is a shooting range in the police department.
I just okay. I take everybody that's going to be coming with me to the police department. Because well, they have a shooting range, and obviously R.D.I is well known.
R.D.I is technically an international investigation. So yeah,
And odd
you
jobs.
guys and odd jobs. You guys do. Yeah, you guys are basically PIs, worldwide PIs
Yeah.
who do odd jobs. So yeah, you go to the police station.
I walk to a receptionist that I can see.
You walk to the receptionist. I'm not gonna. I don't need to role play this. You literally just show your badge.
Yeah, I
and,
just show badge and just go. May we use the shooting range? We have a person that wants to get some gun time in.
She logs something in her computer and just nods. The chief has given the go ahead, so you guys can go.
Okay.
So what I'm going to say is, when y'all pulled out of okay, so Edward wasn't actually in the car with you. He was just communicating over the badge because y'all pulled out in the car, but Edward stayed behind to grab one of the motorcycles from the garage.
Okay.
I mean, that is your velvet room.
Yeah. You grab one of the motorcycles. It's blue.
So, who are you going to be joining? Are you just going to be riding around for a bit, or are you going to be joining us?
Are you so you leave the velvet room with the motorcycle? Are you gonna go to anybody, or are you just gonna cruise around?
Well, first I find the car and park beside it.
Yeah, you're able to find the car. It's you could find it. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
And
It's the only Western vehicle in here, so you obviously could tell which the car is.
Yeah.
and then Ezra's around the car.
Ezra
Or
is around. Ezra is around the car. He currently just got finished talking on the phone.
where'd everyone go?
Firing range at the police station.
Oh no, they left. I'm still around.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, Tomas is still there. Like, we are getting into a very much dangerous situation, so I thought I would
I also didn't go to the shooting range.
let everybody back home know. Otherwise, after that, I'm probably just gonna go. I don't know.
I do.
Probably go find a hill somewhere. Go sit at a park. Enjoy the quiet.
I do message you there, Ezra, and just say, my texts are all done, by the way.
With my knowledge of electricity, the mechanical, yeah,
Dom
the
up.
fucking firearm engineering and the schematics from the automatons, does my 17 pass?
The schematics from the automatons and the materials you have. Yeah.
Specifically the power sources from the automatons.
The power sources from the automatons on a performance. Are you making blueprints?
I'll
Or
make
are
the
you making?
blueprints.
Yeah, okay. If it's the blueprints you're making, then the performance check works. If you were making just the actual gun, it wouldn't have been a performance check.
Okay. So then I will make the gun using the blueprints and some of the materials that I have.
Okay, since you have the blueprints and the materials for your sacred gear, you're going to be using your sacred gear.
Oh,
Semblance then?
Remember, you might have one that's not a willpower-based semblance. Do you have a willpower-based semblance? You do. Yours is also a discipline. So yeah, semblance.
Oof. Luckily, not a
Oof.
crit one.
Something is not working.
Something is not working.
It consumes the materials, and you hear a lot of panicking in the
A
back
lot
of your head.
Nicola, what's going on?
There is no response.
Nicola, I'm going into my area.
Okay. Roll me hack.
Rolling
You
hack.
can immediately tell something's wrong.
So I'm guessing Declan went with us, if I'm not mistaken.
It's you, Shia, and Declan.
So, depending on how this reads out,
You
I'll.
slide in, and everything is on fire.
Okay. Nicola, I tried to do something and this happened.
Nicola's nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't find Nikola Tesla anywhere.
Can I tell if this fire is just normal or if it's an electrical fire or something like that?
You can tell it is an electrical fire because of the giant fuck off aetherite crystal in the middle of the workshop.
Okay. Okay.
It is a giant fuck off yellow aetherite crystal that seems to be trying to spread.
Electricity is purple. Well,
Purple? Purple, right? It's purple.
lightning is purple.
Purple. Earth is
We'll just call it purple.
purple. It's a purple nurple. The flames are purple.
Everything's purple.
Okay.
And you see the sparking electricity. It is an electrical flame. Nikola is nowhere to be found.
1 second.
Purple.
What? 1 second. Okay, Google, give me a random fact.
Here's one. According to the LATimes.com, Disneyland uses stray cats to fend off mice when the park isn't open.
Yeah, that is true.
Pixie, how the hell did you manage to get a cat fact?
Okay.
So currently your soul's on fire. How you feeling?
I'm panicked.
You should be.
Considering that he did slip into his sacred gear, I'm pretty much watching his body right now. Do I notice anything?
Roll me detect.
Detect. Boom. 18.
Nope.
Damn
Declan
it.
has his eyes shut tight, really tightly, and you don't really see anything different. Declan, the giant purple crystal also looks like it's growing bone protrusions.
It seems like it's infusing with a dragon bone. Okay. I don't know if I should stop this here or if I just should let it go.
The choice is yours, partner.
I
The
look
real question
over.
is, would he even be able to stop it?
I wonder if I'd be able to notice anything about Declan different.
And Robert, I know I misspelled that, but you get exactly where I'm
But
going.
Yeah.
but I do instruct Shia just not to touch him.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Nicola's workshop.
Okay. You go to Nicola's workshop. There are
Is he there?
He is not there, but there are a lot of papers screwed around everywhere.
Do any of them have anything interesting on them?
They are basically your designs for the energy transfer system.
Energy transfer. Okay.
and how you could implement it into many different things.
Those are going into a safe place.
Yeah, those are going to a safe
Smart.
place. It's all good. You hear something.
I hear something. What direction? Like, obviously, I'm gonna go there, but. Hello? Anyone there? Nicola? Archimedes?
Nicola.
No, you don't. No, Archimedes is not there. Not yet, at least. Not yet. You hear the sound of bells.
Bells. For whom the bell tolls.
Yeah, it's more bells.
Okay. What's happening with the crystal?
Well,
The crystal seems to be drawing in energy from the flames. It's trying to spread.
Trying to spread. Um.
Kind of like every pulse of it, it's getting slightly bigger.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw the power switch to off.
Okay. It doesn't need flowing power. It's just gonna. You slowed it down. You've slowed it down, I'll say.
Okay.
But it's still slowly spreading because it's draining energy, but it's not being supplied it.
I'd like to see if I notice anything about Declan with my Senjutsu.
All right, yeah, because you see him like immediately go, "Uh-oh." Actually, he says, "Whoops." He literally just got like, "Oopsies," and
Hence
then
why I
closed
looked
his
over.
eyes shut.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll me detect. Your detect will be a lot easier since you're using Senjutsu.
Considering I'm in my normal form, I don't try to use Senjutsu in it. So that would not be good.
No, you would have to deal with the earthly
17.
malice. 17. As I said, it's easy. You detect some weird power signature coming from Declan's eyes.
And I just kind of look at Ryuk. Does he always have like the weird thing going on with his eyes?
His eyes are currently closed right now, so you don't.
Which
So
I look at Chia and then look back at Declan. And I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean? His eyes are closed.
It's got a weird power signature coming from them.
Hold on, let me text Ezra to figure out if it's something we should worry about. Which I do text you and like let you know what we just
text
noticed.
him. You text him, and Ezra's like, "Did you check the eyes?"
I just move his head so I could check his eyes.
His eyes are closed.
Yeah, I open his eyes.
Yeah. All right. Roll me a detect. If you fail this, I'm gonna laugh in your face.
No, it'd be better if I crit failed this. That's where you can laugh.
If you crit failed this, I will laugh in your face.
You crit fail this,
Okay,
you're coming in with me.
There we go.
You notice the glaringly obvious problem. Declan's eyes are an electric purple, and they look like Thamas's.
I go. Oh, electric purple dragon eyes.
But yeah,
Like
Robert,
I
that's what
literally
I'm
call you at that point. I call you and say that.
Your shooting range is chimes over. Bring him here.
Which I just pick him up, throw him over my shoulder, and I just tell Shia to follow. And I just ask, "Where are you?"
Roll for Zap.
Yeah, roll for Zap. Give me an endurance.
Do I still have those
35.
energy storage capsules?
Would that be
Yes,
a
you do.
resist?
You still have those, but those are in Tesla's workshop. But you do. So you hear the sound of bells, but it's less actual physical bells and more like an organ.
An organ.
Um,
Okay.
Hey,
Since I am already in Tesla's workshop,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick up the some of those energy capsules and
Mhm.
go towards the organ.
is
You head
this a
towards the organ.
resist
It
check?
leads you down. Yeah, this is a resist check. So you're going down the hallways, and it changes from Tesla's electric, you know, Tesla coily area, and you get to area that's made out of marble.
29, by the way.
Okay.
Marble and wood. You see banners and artwork around everywhere. There's actually a fuck ton of artwork around here.
I'm very proud.
The organ noise gets very loud, and you come to a beautiful cedar wood door.
Well, I open the door.
It's a very homely location. It's a old-timey workshop. There is a large object in the middle of the room that looks like a giant revolving flying saucer on wheels. There's cannons coming out of it. There's
Uh,
armor around. There's many different.
Don't say his name.
Don't say his name.
I know the engineer you're talking about. Don't say his name.
I'm not saying his name. And currently, the sound of organ music is playing, but there is no organ in sight. Past the large circular object is a steps up to a balcony. And on that balcony is a man. And he's painting.
Oh fuck.
It's not Tesla. Looks nothing
No,
like Tesla.
it's not. Oh, what the fuck is his name?
Anyways, that
Mm,
Is it
29.
Archimedes?
It is not Archimedes.
Not Archimedes.
1 second. I need to check Archimedes' time frame.
Mm. And while you do that, I'm gonna go get a drink.
Fuck. What is his name?
I'm pretty sure I know it.
Archimedes- yeah, no. Archimedes was way back. Archimedes is 212 BC. 287 BC, actually. 287 to 212 BC. That's Archimedes. This guy is 1500 AD.
Oh, I definitely know who it is then.
But he's got to figure it out.
I know. I'm gonna message
No, don't
Ezra
message.
and see.
Don't
I'm gonna message
anybody.
you
Message
and
me.
see if I'm right.
You
That's
probably
all I
are.
want to know.
You probably are. I even had like the marble structures around everywhere, the paintings, and the fucking giant thing. Yeah, and giant thing in the middle with cannon sticking out of it. So yeah, Chaz, you got it right.
I'm gonna misspell this so bad.
Oh, yeah. I'll compare it to Chaz's spelling because Chaz spelled it correctly.
It's not spelled correctly. I can already tell just by looking at it. But
let's find out.
I can't spell to save my life. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
You're close.
Is it Leonardo?
It is Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah.
The same one that modified Ezio's blade so he didn't have to cut off his fingers.
There is armor that looks very similar, but you can't see that. Only Declan can.
Anyways, question about the 29.
Yeah, you're able to carry him.
Okay. I just ask you where you are so I can get to you quick.
He gives you the straddle off the address, the straight address.
Yep.
Who's the assassin?
the man stops painting and he chuckles. That would be my friend. Back when I was alive. You must be the current host.
I am, and you must be Leonardo.
Ah, yes. Leonardo da Vinci. At your service. I heard the loud explosion. Is everything all right?
Well, there's currently an electrical fire. That is purple, and there are bones growing on the crystal.
Ah, well, I can help you with the fire. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Declan very excitedly, like, skips to attention
I can
Alongside Leonardo.
Leonardo goes over to a rack of armor and gauntlets, and he chooses one of them. We must first make a stop.
Okay.
You guys go past the electrical fire. It's still going slow. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
You
Kind
guys
of
hop.
disconcerting seeing my soul on fire.
I would think so. Do not worry. This is not the first time that this has happened.
Good.
Although this is the first time that it has been like that. So congratulations, you're a pioneer. Welcome to the club.
Woohoo!
You guys
I
hop
love
into
it.
you
I
guys hop
love
into
it.
the elevator. Leo clicks a button and you guys go down, 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 down. Ooh, is it chilly? The door opens and you guys are now in cold storage. There is a workshop down here.
Mm.
You will meet this one later.
Bet.
He walks inside and goes to a large frozen door. He puts on the gauntlet, turns the door, opens it up, and grab what appears to be a flamethrower with the two back the back tanks. He puts it on. Let us go. He hops
Is
back.
that the flamethrower design that I know and love from World War II?
It is. It's the Flammenwerfer, but it's not a Flammenwerfer. It doesn't werf flammen.
It's a Fomenwerfer.
Oh, it's not even that.
Oh,
Phrase
dear
right?
Lord in heaven above.
You guys go up the ladder of the elevator, and Da Vinci puts his glove on the machine. Now, this is going to get very cold.
Okay.
You guys walk in. Also, take a deep breath and hold it.
Does exactly that without a word.
And he pulls the trigger. A thick white mist shoots out of the entire area and douses the flames. Not just dousing them, it turns them into ice sculptures.
With a look of pure impressment, Declan is just gonna look at the flames. The what was once flames, sorry.
You could tell that it's not a perfect freeze because the ice is melting, but as the ice melts, the fire goes down. And Leo sweeps through the entire area, hitting everything with the ice werfer, the nitro werfer,
Nitro Pepper.
and everything's calmed down. And this will happen again if you do not place something down to prevent the energy consumption. Do you have anything that does that? Or do I have to go back to my workshop and make one?
I don't believe I have anything that stops the energy consumption.
Hmm.
Or at least the flames.
He literally walks up to you and reaches around your back and grabs the little like the canisters of energy. Yes, you do.
Oh.
And he starts setting them up. He sets them up. Each of the points where you see the crystal tries to grow, you can see that the crystal attaches to the area, the tubes, and once it does, Leo hits it and it starts absorbing it from the crystal. Leo also hooks it up to something that actually burns off that energy, so it doesn't overflow. The
Okay.
crystal stops encroaching.
So can I see the crystal from where I'm at?
Yes, you can.
Does it look like dragon bone?
It looks exactly like dragon bone.
Okay. Well,
Remarkable.
that happened.
What materials did you use to make this monstrosity?
Well, for starters, dragon bone.
Hmm.
Feel like that's an important one to mention.
Of course, very much so. Very, very, very spiritually conductive.
And mostly electrical conductive materials. Steel, iron, gold.
All right, the steel and the iron. Was it cold iron or was it not cold iron?
Well, I didn't have anything to heat it up, if that's what you're asking.
No, that's not what I'm asking. He taps his chin. So you used a spiritually conductive object, added some gold into it, trying to make a electrically conductive object, and combine them together with whatever this crystal is? I've never seen
Yeah.
this crystal before. Is this a newly discovered material or did you invent it?
Different dimensional material discovered by
Mm.
other people.
Ah, there is your first mistake. You make the similar mistakes that many users in the past have. You didn't test it in a enclosed environment before integrating it with the gear. No, no, no.
That's fair.
He literally pulls out a cane and bonks you on the head.
Beginner mistake?
Very, very beginner mistake. But you will learn. You are young.
That's hilarious.
Now, where is Nicola? Nicola, you bloody pussy! Where are you?
Two engineers going at it. Which engineer will win?
Leo literally just walks around the crystal without worrying about the electrical conduction that's like trying to zap at him. He's literally just like not a care in the world. He walks up to a cabinet in the back that kind of looks like it's very much roasted, and he literally just opens the cabinet and Nicola tumbles out. You create a death ray, and you're worried about this?
He's got a point, Nicola.
I destroyed the death ray. For that reason.
Yes,
Oh my
I
God.
love it. I love
Bene.
it. Oh my
Bene.
god.
Get up. We have something to look at. Nicola picks himself up and dusts himself off. All right, I am fine. Sorry you had to see that, Declan.
All good.
He mumbles into himself, I am Nikola Tesla. I am dignified. I am an inventor.
Look, I was
I'm
a
not,
little panicked when I felt my soul on fire, bro.
Uh,
I'm
I'm-
not deathly afraid of dragons. I'm not deathly afraid of dragons. I am not deathly afraid of dragons.
He's definitely afraid of dragons. Got
I'm
it.
saying this out of character, but you sure seem like it, you bitch.
Leo's just wondering, like fascinated with the utter monstrosity you built. Amazing. Bene. Molto bene.
Molto
Combine-
bene.
Combining extra dimensional materials with a material that is able to conduct soul energy, a highly conductive soul aspect. Please tell me you understood the aspects of Dragon Bone before you integrated it.
I'm gonna look at him with confusement.
He pulls out his
Right.
cane again and bunks you on your head.
Yes. Yes.
Love.
Yes.
Sounds
Love.
deserved.
Never before have I seen such incompetence and yet such beauty. You know, you remind me of a friend of mine.
Good, I guess.
No, not good. He almost got himself killed many times.
I'm just gonna point to myself. Same.
Yes, you remind me exactly of him. You and him would get along like a house of cards on fire.
All right. You got dad jokes for days. I'll give you that.
Oh, God, that's fun.
Oh, the dad jokes going on here. I want this all
Actually
clipped
end
if
up becoming
possible.
involved in
Oh,
this
it'll be clipped on my end.
conversation because of
This is lovely. This is lovely. Ah, yes. All right. Your homework for today, Declan, is to learn the properties of the materials you used, starting with the dragon bone. You have literally two dragon friends that can tell you what spirit conductivity means.
Yeah.
And then you will move on to this aetherite crystal. I'm pretty sure one of your comrades' harem members knows this. See?
Uh-huh.
You don't know who am I talking about, do you?
No.
At least
Not
you're honest.
aware.
I don't have to smack you in the head with a cane the third time. That's fine. Don't worry. All right. You go out of here. You're going to talk to your boss, Ezra, not Seraphol. Please stay away from her. For now. At least until you get this solved out, because right now you are leaking dragon energy like you just unlocked it twice critical.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Also, you may find out that your biology has changed just a wee bit.
Okay.
Oh no.
Declan is going to look at him in bewilderment. Say what now?
You inserted dragon bone into your soul.
Okay, so I'm a third human, a third devil, and a third dragon now? Is that what you're telling me?
Depending on which dragon bone this is.
Uh, I think it was.
Depending on the level of the dragon. If it's a simply small dragon, no, the percentage would be more like 1/64th.
What if I told you it was Thrag?
You did Gosh? The Welsh dragon?
Yeah, him.
Oh, you're fucked.
Okay.
I want that clip, please.
Wow. This is new. Nicola, where did you find this idiot? Bene, he's worse than Ezio. Bene.
I'm sorry. God, yeah, rolling.
I can't
I am
breathe.
in absolute awe.
Oh God, I'm not drunk enough for this. Oh, I love it. Oh,
Edward
the
was about to borrow
shenanigans.
Lucy, but then hearing about this situation, he's
Oh.
like, maybe I should wait.
Anyways,
You know, before you told me which
I'm
dragon this belonged to,
crying.
I thought the worst case scenario would be Dragon King, which then it would in fact be 1/3 dragon. Tell me, do you know where the current Red Dragon Emperor is?
I do.
he's.
I hope you like calling him Dad.
Okay. Not a problem for me.
I kid. You won't actually be related to the current Red Dragon Emperor. You might be related to the Red Dragon himself.
Anyways.
This may cause some problems for your development down the line. Tell me, judging by the basic aspect of this crystal, the color and the effect that it has, would I be correct to assume that this is a lightning aspect?
Yeah.
See, bene. So, what do you want written on your tombstone?
Man, fuck around and find out.
Right. Do you want us to move this crystal into your workshop when we're moved into a new host before you wake up? Because I think the unlocking conditions for you are going to be very interesting.
Sure, just put it in the workshop. I'll come back to it.
Lovely. Okay. He literally slams his cane into the ground, and the workshop around here kind of grows marble out of the floor as it encompasses the entire crystal. Nikola Tesla literally does something similar, but with no cane. He just slams his hand onto the marble, and you see coils wrapping around it as glass slides over it. Lovely. This is a monstrosity.
Thanks.
I can
I did it
I can
myself.
breathe again.
By the
I
way,
know, I'm
I
so
can
proud.
breathe again.
Now.
Debbie's
I
first accident.
by the way,
We should get it framed. Oh wait, it is.
anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, stop killing shit, please. Anyways, so I get back to Ezra, and he can see the worry in my face as I saw the dragon eye.
Yeah, Ezra has both eyes popped open. What do you think of that, Samas?
Oh Lord, have mercy.
And I go, "Where do you want
Oh,
me to
I
put
need more
him?"
alcohol.
I wouldn't.
Moss, when he's in his dragon form, gets similar eyes, but not the same color.
My eyes are like that by default, even
Uh,
in this fucking disguise.
But mundane people can't see.
Anyways, where would you like me to put him?
Oh, the morgue. No,
Four.
It's where I fucking belong.
just
No,
just
no.
put him on the bench.
I just
I put him
just
on the bench
pick-
gently.
No, I was just gonna pick Declan up and just put him in the car.
Yeah, put him in the car. Come on, we're going. I'm putting. Come on, you guys hop in the car. You
Yep.
drive over to the the current house you're using. You bring him into the house. Ezra clears off a table. Put him on the table.
I just help get him laid down on the table properly.
All right. So he'll be fine. Currently, what did he do to those dragon bones?
I think he infused them into artificer.
Famas and Ezra freeze before their heads move to you. Ezra speaks up. Did you just say he infused dragon bone
I didn't.
into his sacred gear?
I didn't see him have any other materials other than that. I mean, I was more or less.
Lord.
I was showing Shia how to,
Ezra
rapid
walks
fire.
to the window. Famas, how much is this my fault? I probably should have told him about the properties of the materials he was using. How much is this on me?
I walk up behind Ezra, I rear my arm back, and I just slap him hard upside the head.
Yep.
And
Edward is punished.
My result. Nope, that's my punishment. Now it's his.
I just quickly go and quickly say, Greg, what do you think of this?
Actually, in the middle of dealing with stuff in his soul, in his mindscape, he's already undergoing it.
There's no way done. If he's already undergoing with it, how long has he been like this before you were able to get him to us?
Literally, as soon as we notice him say, oops.
And how long ago was that?
The time it took me to get from where I was to text Ezra, then call him, and then get my ass over here. So
I noticed something was wrong.
So
Well-
about 10, 15 minutes.
yeah, about that. Shia was the one that noticed his eyes.
Oh God.
I should have expected this dumbass would insert dragon bone into his material. I thought he knew to check the materials. I thought he knew. But assumptions make ass out of you and me. I took my responsibility for it. Now we get to see this dumbass.
No.
I mean,
Ezra,
I
say
could
this.
reverse engineer pulling people into my head so
This-
that I
this
can
is-
go into
this-
his.
Remember how Threg went into yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do something similar.
I
This
just
is,
go, could I
But
possibly
we can't
do
go in. Only dragons can go in.
it? Nah.
This is out of character. Is this a worse fuck up than me being exposed?
Yes.
Okay.
So I would say yours is less than his, as yours doesn't have life-threatening capabilities.
I just look
No,
at
you're
Ezra.
Just double checking. I thought so. I just wanted to fully understand the situation.
Anyways,
Shit, your fuck up exposed supernatural to people that didn't know that end of the supernatural. His is literally, if he fucks up, he could die.
I just look at Ezra and go, considering he was under my watch, is it possible for Thrag to pull me with him?
Let me consult.
And
The gauntlet flashes to life.
And while you're doing that, I'm making just a black ice bat.
Yeah. The gauntlet flashes. That was my bone, he inserted, correct?
He got it from
Yes.
Ezra, so yeah.
Then I should be able to use that to get in.
Is it possible for you to pull me
like
with
it's
you?
to like.
He was under my
yes.
watch.
Yes,
technically.
but it's dangerous because you need to be dragon aspected, similar to me and or Velkana. You have a dragon aspect, but to aspect it, we would have to feed energy into it. You see where the problem with that is?
Could
I just go.
Could I help with my sacred gear? I know he won't like it, but
Jorm may just say no and not do it. I just look at
I
Thrag
wouldn't
and go,
rely on Yorm.
I know you're gonna hate this question, and I know it's not really polite to ask a dragon this, but if you dumped some of your draconic energy into me, wouldn't that aspect it more towards your likeness?
Yeah. And since it's a growing dragon, you would have to deal with basically what I would have been like in my younger years. So, you know, rampaging, fighting against Albion, all domination and shit. Age has really mellowed me out. Are you sure you want that? Because I'm gonna level with you here, Drax. That has got to be the second dumbest idea I've ever heard.
It may be dumb.
Well, considering the dumbest is laying on the table right now.
Yep. Hey, see?
I
Hey,
already
my sister
I already
first was
did my
very
dumb
smart.
fact taking in dragon energy.
Yeah, but again, like you're not that dragon aspect in you is like a hatchling. If you give it so much power, it's gonna want to use it. It's gonna want to use something with it. And my aspect is domination. So what do you think he's gonna want to do? It's gonna want to do.
Domination shit.
It would
You
want
want
to.
to do some domination shit. Velkana's energy would be the safer answer. She's the aspect of endurance. So whatever enduring things happen, that's also a fair.
Uh, at this point in time, Vilkana's winter flashes into effect and says, I would highly advise against using my aspect. Endurance is not always nice. It will try to put you in harm's way to see if it can endure the damages.
Yeah, no shit.
Which I then look at Thrag and go, would it be easier to keep the domination tendencies under control?
As
In a
his, as
in
his,
a sense of making sure it won't put me in death situations.
Sure, 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 sure. As soon as you can, are able to not pull in literally everything.
okay, just FYI, as Drax is saying that, I'm just twirling this fucking black ice bat, ready to smack him in the head with it.
I walk over, keeping away from the bat,
This is
and
too
I
good.
just kind of look at it. And I'm like, that's pretty
I just
shiny.
With your current abilities in controlling your powers, Drax, I would say the chances of me keeping my domination aspect are nil.
With the fact that I've been able to pull non-dragon, be possible to pull me.
I think the only safe person to do this would probably be me.
Pretty much, since the Moss is technically the closest related, that's not Ezra, since he does have Velkana. Yeah,
And the
no,
fact that I'm a literal dragon.
yeah, the safest option is Thamas, followed by Ezra, and Thamas by virtue of being a dragon of birth rather than dragon of
yeah,
evolution.
fair enough. I just go and sit and go, I'm gonna go and feed the egg some of my own energy.
Yeah, have fun with that one. Make sure it's balanced, radiant or whatever.
Oh, I'm gonna be using all
wonder what-
aspects that I can.
I wonder what a balanced dragon would look like. Oh well. Hey,
We-
Thamas, get
We'll
close.
find
We're coming
out.
in.
Yep.
All right. I need you to start. I need you to put some.
I basically just put my hand with Valkana's glove, or one of her gauntlets, because, form.
Yeah.
Just on Declan, and just start
Do-
channeling energy.
Oh,
Do
cool.
I
cool.
sense them entering my soul?
No, because Threg has yet to call the trick. You remember the trick that that brought Artoria back to life, that made the sacred gear. Soul transfer.
Okay.
All right, I hope you're ready. This is gonna be jarring.
Lovely.
By the way, would you like me to roll for me funneling energy into the egg?
Sure. Roll me hack.
Okay.
Soul transfer.
Famas, everything goes black.
Oh.
Obviously, like you're in a trance. Velcana literally froze your legs to where you wouldn't fall over.
35.
Yeah, and
35?
honestly, the
35.
bats, yeah, he got a 35, and the bats now just basically pointed right at Ezra's face.
Hey, Ezra's not going getting hit with it. It's fucking
No,
Declan's ready to get hit.
I know. It's just like it's basically an emotion of here.
Yeah. Ezra just takes the bat and just gets ready to hit Declan when he wakes up.
He's already
So,
taken 2 freaking
what?
You
cane
wait-
slaps.
You wake up, Famas, and
Oh,
you
my
notice it's a
God.
large fucking castle that looks like it's high tech, yet also has very much architecture from across the ages.
Renaissance
Right now-
punk.
Of
Yeah.
course, it would be steampunky Renaissance.
Yeah, you know what? Kind of weird. I've seen architecture like that throughout my ages, but damn.
You look to your right and you see Freg, which is literally a bright orange, red-haired ginger version of Ezra. Not like Sir Zek's red, but like bright red. Like
Just
Welsh red.
Carrot top red.
Yeah, Welsh red. Not Welsh red. We'll go Welsh. It looks like Ezra though, but like older Ezra.
And
Oh,
and hold on, before you continue, jokingly, I just say this. Hey Yuki, you know how you said you wanted me to do a female thing? Well, hey, I'm sure if I look to my left, there's a female version of me that's Velcana. So there you go. You got your wish.
I mean, it's not a female version of you, but it looks like someone who could be your mother.
That's basically the same thing.
Basically
Anyways.
the same thing.
Anyways.
Yeah,
Very-
yeah.
Very interesting. This is Artifice's sandbox. Very drab.
you're telling me. Oh, hey, Tomas, how you doing? Enjoying the
I'm
scenery?
sorry. It's meh. Kind of gaudy.
Hey, quit dissing on my
Oh.
castle, alright?
Well, let's go say hi.
Yeah.
Allow me.
Just because
They'll
it's so
kinda sna-
optimal doesn't mean it's bad.
Velcana snaps her fingers, and a solid ice battering ram literally smashes into the gates. Hey, Declan! Brain
Declan,
freeze!
Declan freezes like he's staring into the eyes of death.
Yep.
Um,
You see Nikola Tesla just freeze, and Leo's just, holy shit, you really are a fuck up.
I've got to go meet some friends at the front door. I'll be
Oh,
back,
please,
maybe.
Bennett, please bring them up. I'd love to see their reaction to this.
And
I'm gonna
at
learn some
that
best on
point-
this bullshit.
Declan sprints to the front gate.
Yeah. As you get to the front gate, it looks like a winter wonderland just burst through your door. As you
Hi,
see,
Tomas. Hi,
you see
Ray?
Tomas. Yeah, you see like an older Ezra with like very much Welsh red hair. Like, hey, you got it right, first guess, nice.
And sees the bat.
No,
Ah,
no,
That-
no, he
that's
doesn't
in
have
the real
it.
world. That's in the real world.
that's in the real world. Okay.
You
All
see,
you
you see,
the
you see
battering ram.
the battering ram and what looks like Famas's mom.
Kind of squints and tilts head sideways at Velcana.
Can he do it? Will he figure it out? Does the man have two brain cells stuck together?
I
Oh.
literally look at my watch.
God fucking damn it! The most disses in one fucking minute.
Looks at Thrag. Well, who else could it be? It's Volcana, obviously.
Context clues. He's good. Hey, my buddy, pal, friend.
Ezra walks through the winter wonderland, his feet literally melting the snow as he walks up. He wraps his arm around your shoulder, Declan.
Tell me, buddy, what was the thought process that went through your head when you put my bones in your sacred gear?
Well, to be honest, there was no thought process.
Yeah, no, there's nothing up here. No, nothing. He taps your head. Come on, let's go see the abomination that you made.
Yep.
I can feel the dragon energy.
Yeah.
We all can.
Not sure how to feel about it, but I think I kind of like it.
I think you may have. Kid, I don't think you understand what you really just did to Artificer Sandbox.
I fucked it royally.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like the donkey to the dragon.
This is gonna be fucking hilarious when you realize exactly what you just did.
Yes, and just because I'm annoyed with having to do this shit, even my own energy's kind of leaking out a little.
Velcana just shakes her head. He doesn't. I don't think he'll ever figure it out, Drake. Hatchling.
Yeah.
I need to see this for myself.
Yeah.
Come on in, guys.
Only one.
Remarkable. This is a wonderful piece. I will never understand how he did it. Extra dimensional materials. Never would it have crossed my mind to use something that I know nothing about. Don't get me wrong, I have used Dragon Bone in the past, Nicola, but nothing to this extent. Oh, guests.
Oh,
He turns around as you
jeez.
guys walk through the door. Ah, you must be Threg.
Oh, yeah.
How
Threg,
are you able to get out of the boosted gear?
Oh, a little special something. You know, gotta keep a little card hidden up my sleeve.
Oh dear, a jokester.
well, Threg, meet Nicola and Leonardo.
Nicola.
Threg looks over at Nicola.
Oh shit, Nikki!
Oh no, he knows them. Oh, this is fucked.
Oh, this is just getting. Oh, this is getting better and fucking better.
I am. Nikki, I gotta say, it's good to see you again.
Oh dear God.
It is good to see you as well, Threg. Especially in a new host than the previous one.
Yeah, I gotta apologize for that. Jessica was kind of a crazy bitch.
Thank you.
Oh, Declan, he didn't tell you?
No.
I'm technically the cause of your previous host's death. So yeah, lovely.
Drugs. Hey, I get to do dumb shit like this. I'm having fun. Dying probably, but having fun.
Oh, no, you're not dying. Trust me. Who told you were dying?
Looks at Leonardo.
I did. I told him he was dying. Because technically this is a death. It's all death, but a death.
You don't understand how sacred gears work, do you, kid? Okay. So, Sacred Gear Lesson 101, especially with ones that don't have souls in them. They are empty vessels. You are a consciousness of the actual Leonardo da Vinci. The actual Leonardo da Vinci is fucking dead as a doornail. The sacred gears were made to hold souls. That's what makes some of them so fucking powerful, because they have powerful souls in them. Question 1 for the crowd. What is the strongest soul in the entire supernatural world? Not the most versatile, that goes to humans. The strongest.
Dragon?
To the kid in the back. Dragon souls. So, when the big G cut up my body and sealed me in the boosted gear was, well, to say the least, boosted. That's what made it become a Longinus. Each and every one of the Longinuses has a spirit inside of them. Take your friend Shia, for example. She's got Yorm's prison. Ezra's got mine. As you can tell, Tomas has Velcana's. but I don't really see my current partner as a warden. So, changes each and every.
True. I see my current host as more of a hatchling than a warden ever was. But then again, I have killed many of my hosts in the past. This is pretty much the first one I haven't killed.
See, there's that. So, tell me, what happens when a soul is introduced to an empty prison? Tell me, Declan, what did you just make here?
A sentient sacred gear?
Ding 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 ding
Oh,
ding.
dear God, inevitable.
Wait. So you're telling me I just created a Longinus?
No, you gave sentience to a dead gear, essentially.
You gave sentience to a dead fucking gear.
So, in other words, Declan, good job being a father.
Congratulations! I'm so proud of you.
I like how Chaos's mic totally fucked him over on saying that.
Oh God, I gotta mute in Discord for what I'm about to say.
Glenn, you're a dad. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good for being dead, I'll be honest.
Yeah, you're not dead, kid. Besides, you're not even the father. I am.
Oh,
You are not the father.
You are not the father. I
you
am.
are not the father.
Those are my
God.
bones you used. And that lightning aspected the dragon's soul. What you literally made is a lightning dragon with an unknown aspect.
Just looks at
Fucking
Thrake with the
hell.
biggest smile possible.
So, right now, it's trying to gain energy, absorb. And if left unchecked, you would have died.
Whew.
But those little tanks are keeping it in check, at least until it finds an aspect of itself.
Greg looks around.
Are you willing to make a sacrifice, Declan Abaddon?
What would the sacrifice be? I don't have to sacrifice someone close to me, do I?
Depending on close, your definition of close. Leo turns around. Currently, there are a bunch of unused workshops that have a bunch of consciousness waiting to be unlocked.
So I
The
can
greatest minds across the world,
I can
across time.
sacrifice
Oh,
one of
fucking hell.
Oh, it's
one
not
of
going
the
to be one.
entities.
It's not one.
Okay.
It's not two. It's not three. It's not four. It's not five. It's not 10. It's not 20.
It's all.
It's not all. It's not even all of the. Nicola and I will still be here since we are unlocked. Basically, what you have just unlocked is the previous hosts of the Sacred Gear. Much like how the two Heavenly Dragon Gears have the Curse of the Juggernaut drive. All the previous, all the previous ones that have not been unlocked will be cut in 90%. You will lose 90% of all of that knowledge, all of those past people. You will still regain 10%, not including Nicola and I. But you cannot decide what time frame they're from, or even if they have anything useful. But many of these workshops will be disappearing. What Threg is doing is he's trying to give an aspect to this dragon. Can you guess what aspect he's trying to give?
No.
Creation.
Creation.
He smacks you in the head with your cane, with his cane again. Artificer's Sandbox. What does it do?
Creates.
Correct.
Oh,
So
dear God,
a
never
bunch of
fall.
these workshops that were used to create many different things will be given into that crystal, that dragon, and it will make it aspect itself to creation.
You would call it a dragon of the forge, or, well,
Dragon of Tech.
yeah, something like that. And if And
Oh
when
my god.
if the dragon does eventually gain enough power to be classified as a heavenly dragon, Velkana speaks up, it would be the heavenly dragon of creation.
That sounds dope.
Oh yeah, it does sound dope. Do you know what other dragon of creation exists right now?
Yeah, he's an asshole and in the
Oh
dimensional
no.
gap.
Oh no, he's not creation, he's dreams. I'm talking about a very specific female dragon primordial goddess, the one who named her daughter after herself. Can you
Tiamat?
take a guess? Bingo! Tiamat. The original, the OG, not the one that wants my dick in a handbasket.
You mean the one that I could talk to on a day-to-day basis if I ask her first?
Oh,
Velkana
fucking
speaks up.
hell.
In less vulgar
Dick
terms,
and basket.
yes,
Oh my god, yes.
the primordial
Oh.
Tiamat. She is not technically a dragon god in the same terms of Great Red and Ophis, but she is on the top 10 strongest beings in existence.
I need more. I can't. I need more whiskey.
You're lucky you have a whiskey.
Okay,
You have
so
the Dragon King Tiamat, the
I have a
Chaos
whole nother
Drama
bottle
dragon,
of whiskey.
and then you have the primordial dragon Tiamat.
Um,
She is a dragon of creation. Her mud of life creates, but it's more of a life creation rather than just a tech creation.
sorry to
So
quickly
your
interrupt.
dragon would be a different aspected.
Sorry to quickly interrupt. Hey, Declan, get your ass back into roll 20.
ah,
There
It
you
is
go.
very possible that one of the things is possible there. Yeah. So you'll sacrifice a lot, but you stand to gain a lot too. As obviously your gear will gain sentience, you'll be able to talk with them, and they will and added bonus, the knowledge that you sacrifice is not lost forever. It goes to the dragon. Whether or not they tell you, he or she, we don't know right now because again, the energy is still infantile. They might be able to tell you something, some aspects of creation, of tech building.
if the knowledge is not lost, I will have no qualms accepting that deal.
Nicola speaks up. He scoffs as Leo takes the reins from there. No, it will not be lost. True. But you may never have access to it again. 10% you will have access to. 10%, as is your right as holder. If you do not accept the deal, we will find a way to keep this contained, with, of course, help from Freg and Velkana. Yeah, we can keep it contained. It won't grow, but it won't die off. It'll still be there. Obviously, if the machines
Thank
ever
you,
fail,
Fox
if the
Scout, for that
machines ever,
follow.
if
I
the
appreciate
machines
that.
ever fail, it can and will take over the entire sacred gear, and you lose it. And I don't think I need to tell you what happens when a person has their sacred gear forcibly ripped from them.
No, I get the
Die.
picture.
You know, you die. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. That queen piece in your soul right now will not even care.
No, that piece will shatter.
Correct. And then Seraphal will come knocking, wondering what happened, and then, well, that's
And
when
you
it.
tell her I was an idiot fucking around with dragon bones.
Oh yeah, I could tell her exactly when whether or not she'll actually listen to reasoning is another entirely. Tell me, is Seraphal one to listen to reason when a close loved one dies?
No.
Exactly.
Oh,
So what will she do?
God.
She'll go shoot first. She'll shoot first. Ask questions. Never. She'll blame my partner for not explaining things of dragon bones. Then she'll blame herself for not explaining things like dragon bones. She might even blame your sister for not explaining things like dragon bones.
So what I'm getting here is accepting Threg's deal is my best chance of survival.
Well, no, it's not your best chance of survival. It is the chance that makes it to where you won't die in case these he taps
Oh my
the
god.
energy siphons with his foot in case those fail for some whatever reason.
Oh
In,
fucking
That is
in other
my
hell.
deal.
words, in other words, Declan, it's you take this deal, you make the thing sentient, you essentially become the weakest wielder of this gear, but will still have access to it, or you eventually die from when that
Yeah,
shit fails.
Basically, what we're doing is we're turning your sacred gear into not just a dead gear that gains sentience. We're strengthening the guards, so to speak. We're turning it into an actual one that's able to, designed to hold one of these things.
yeah, that's what I want.
You understand what you're giving up, right?
I
What you're subjecting
completely
yourself to.
understand what I'm giving up.
I don't think
Oh
he
my
understands
god.
the gravity of the situation, Vilcana.
Here, let me try this. Declan, let's put it this way: the creation shit you know now, that's it. It won't go past that.
Not unless you figured out something new. But then again, that's completely under your own power.
Yep, I'm
You're,
aware.
you're literally be resetting Artificer's Sandbox to the Dark Ages.
I'm completely aware.
And that is not even taking into account the little thing known as, oh, what was it called again? See, Juggernaut Drive.
Yep, I
Yeah,
thought of that too.
I didn't want to tell him that one.
Lightning Born.
Wait a
Declan.
second.
You do not understand the dangers of Juggernaut Drive and its aspects.
I as a sacred gear wielder of a dragon imprisoned sacred gear, does that mean
Technically, yes,
I
you have
technically have a juggernaut? Okay, I just want to double check that.
Juggernaut
technically yes.
Drives are what happens when the Sacred Gear seals unleash the power of the sealed being. And it uses your life force to run, young Abaddon.
Okay, Declan, you remember in the mansion where I went berserk for a little bit?
Yeah, I know what Juggernaut Drive is.
That wasn't Juggernaut Drive.
No, it was less. You didn't have Juggernaut Drive active then.
No,
Juggernaut Drive is
that's
far more powerful than what you had there.
Hey, kid, you remember the White Dragon Emperor back in
Yeah.
the town?
Back in the city I nuked?
Yeah,
Yeah.
back in the city you had swallowed by the dimensional gap. Did you see how powerful it was? How many people died due to the dividing ability of the White Dragon Emperor? If you didn't destroy that town, the White Dragon Emperor would have. That's why the story works. That's why the cover story fits, because it would have happened either way.
Mm-hmm.
Juggernaut Drive will put you on the list of most wanted to hunt down.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure? 100%.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
He's not thinking this through, but I like where his heart is. Okay.
I mean,
All right, Declan.
God fucking damn it, Ezra!
History has shown that you don't make a deal with the devil. But
Fucking
are you, as the
hell!
devil, willing to make a deal with the dragon? Threg holds out his hand in a handshake. You see it glow a crimson red color.
Fuck! You're killing me here.
no.
breathe,
See,
Chip.
this is where I'm gonna do something a little stupid on this. I look at Velcana, nudge my head, and also put my hand on top of his.
Oh, a dual idea. All right, that's fine. What do you say, Volcana? He doesn't technically have the authority to do this, but you do. Volcana just looks to the side. Are you sure you want to add up your own into this one too, Hatchling? You will be linked
Do have partial fault in this.
All right, then hatchlings, take a step back, and I will offer my end of the bargain to the deal as well. Okana steps forward, and her hand glows an ice blue as it's in the middle.
If you're willing to accept the deal of 3 dragons, technically 2, but we'll go 3. Then put your hand in the middle.
Oh, dear God in heaven above. Fucking hell.
With complete determination in his eyes, Declan is going to take a breath, let it out slowly, and shake the dragon's hands.
God, I can't wait to
As
see
soon
what's
as you
about
do
to
that,
happen.
your entire arm becomes deep royal purple as the electricity from the crystal consumes the marble and literally starts pulling the walls. You know how like things turn into like dust and then get absorbed into it? That's literally what's happening. It's coming out of the walls and through it. And Leonardo's just looking at it like, damn, shit's fucked.
I can't. I know that it's gonna be fucking hilarious once this whole thing is over, and I'm not gonna be able to breathe again when fucking Declan wakes up.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, so that process happens, and the giant crystal turns into a purple miasma orb that consumes the dragon bones. And before it reaches you, you hear a voice in your ear as you hear Thrag lean in. You're not gonna want to be awake for this one. Before your vision goes black.
No.
Velkana just puts her hand on your shoulder. Hamas, awaken. And you wake up as the ice shatters at your legs.
Ugh. What?
You see immediately Declan's muscles start to pulse purple electricity. And he starts to spasm.
Ezra, you better get ready with that bat.
Yeah, I know. He wakes up. It's going to be some improvised anesthesia. Hey, hey, Declan, I need a endurance check.
Hey,
Resist, resist, resist. Resolve.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What does the moss know about me? Because I'm over just sitting down, funneling energy in my own soul, pretty much.
29. You do not wake back up. Not until the process is done.
And that's for Declan.
Declan's time jump, by the way. Declan,
Yeah.
you open your eyes, it's dark out. You look over to your right, the clock reads 11:42.
I look around. Do I see my partners?
You see Ezra currently sitting in a chair reading a book with a black ice bat just sitting right next to him.
Okay.
You feel
I'm still
like
in the
you
room.
just got trampled by a bunch of dragons on Dragon Mountain.
Am I able to
Oh,
move?
dear God, never above.
Barely,
No.
and not without groaning.
Okay. Slowly, groaning, I put my hands above my head.
Yeah, you are very sore. How you feeling? Ezra speaks.
Oh, I'm feeling like dragon food.
He nods. All right, let me start off with an apology. I should have told you about how dragon bones were not, when you asked me if they were electrically conductive, I should have said no, but they are spiritually conductive. And once I saw you didn't know what that meant, I should have explained to you what that happened. Dragons are beings of energy, as you know. Thus, they're able to channel spirit things very well. There are 3 aspects to life: flesh, spirit, and willpower. Basically mind, body, and soul, in case you needed a bit simplification.
No, I got that.
Electrical conductivity would fall under body. And since dragons are energy, they fall under the soul category.
Mm-hmm.
Dragons and humans and anything can have high to low willpower. Willpower is not a standard, oh, this race has more willpower than this magical race. That's not how that works. It's based on the mind. Those with high willpower and high strength and high body, soul, body, and mind, they're able to become stronger. The heavenly dragons, Thrag and Albion, had high willpower and very high soul power. Dragon kings have high soul power as well, and high willpower, but not as high as the heavenly dragons. Not as high as Velkhana has. Next, I need to admonish you. I'm not going to ask what you were thinking, because you weren't thinking.
Declan's gonna shake his head, agreeing with Ezra.
You wince a little bit when you shake your head. Now, you feel that soreness?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What did you learn from this? Thrag already told me what happened. He told me the deal you accepted, and I understand the risks that you are taking with this.
Yep. To know the properties of my materials before I use them.
Yeah, to know them. To be very careful with how you integrate them with Artificer's Sandbox. Once you know their properties, Artificer's Sandbox would have taken care of the safety precautions. But now it can't do that anymore. Artificer's Sandbox is at its weakest it has ever been. You currently have a low tier sacred gear. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Oh my
The things you were able to do before will be harder now. At least for a while. From what Thrag tells me, the dragon that is being born, being aspected, being named, will come into reality. And then your sacred gear will gain strength again. Whether or not your gear will gain back the same level of strength, higher level of strength, or lower level of strength depends on one thing: willpower.
Okay.
And it's not your willpower, or at least not alone. You can't rely on devil physiology for your body. You can't rely on the dragon bones for soul power. Declan, we're going to have to change your training regimen. If you want Artificer's Sandbox to be anywhere near the level you previously had it, a high tier sacred gear, based on its versatility, then you need to put in the effort. You are the weakest. It is a low tier sacred gear now. It has the potential to grow, yes. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know how to help you. This is new territory. I could probably contact Azazel and ask him about it, but he'd be more likely to, run tests than actually try to help. I'm not going to tell the devils this. Not your sister, not Seraphal, sure as hell ain't gonna tell Shizak.
Right.
Nobody but R.D.I is gonna know about this. Only 2 people know what happened. 3, including yourself.
I hope
Edward
I
has
was.
a no. They didn't tell you what exactly the deal went down. Okay, there are hunches. Edward, with his knowledge of past souls and lives, I wouldn't count out Merlin figuring something out. Drax, with his nature of absorbing things, might have some theories about what happened. But the Moss and I, we didn't tell anybody. Not the exact details of the deal. Not that you literally sacrificed 90% of your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Declan, there's something else.
All right.
Ezra pulls out a box. It's an ornate box, but you can see a lot of Dovazul runes on it. Are you prepared?
Honestly, no.
At least you're honest. He opens the box, and your instincts tell you to run. To flee. All-encompassing fear encompasses you. I need a resolve check.
Resolve. Come on, give me that thing.
25.
The fear eats at you, but you're able to stay still, not because you're not afraid, but because the pain of moving is too much.
Who did we lose?
Nobody.
Nobody.
You look into the box, and it's an ornate dagger that's in there. But the feeling it gives off is it's telling you to run. Your instincts are telling you to run. Ezra closes the box, and the Dovazul runes flare up on it again. That was a dragon slaying dagger.
All right, makes sense. Jesus, fuck, that hurt.
You are now vulnerable to dragon slayers. And you have the instincts of a newborn dragon when it comes to dragon slayers. Run.
Mm-hmm.
The older the dragon gets, the more it's able to resist that feeling of dragon slayer and able to move around it, but they will still feel it. That feeling, that crawling on your back when you are exposed to dragon slayer properties and dragon slaying magic, it will always be there, and you are now vulnerable to it. In addition to your holy weakness.
Okay, that was going to be my next question.
You didn't lose the holy weakness. It's still there, as you are biologically a devil, with your soul still part corrupted as a devil. Technically, you're a demonic dragon. A devil dragon. A devil dragon of lightning.
One hell of a combination.
Also, you kind of look different. Ezra picks up a mirror and shows it to you. Your facial structure is pretty much the same. Your hair has streaks of dark purple in it, and your eyes are now dark purple.
All right. Well, I don't hate the aesthetic.
Once you get more comfortable with the dragon energy, and as you unlock the ability to use dragon energy and your sacred gear more and more, your eyes will slant. They will become dragon eyes. They will look like dragon eyes.
The pupils
Yeah.
will become slits.
Yep, might like Thamas.
So, what do I tell Sarah?
You ain't
That-
telling her shit.
You'll tell her nothing.
Okay.
If she asks about your eye color, you make up an excuse. You do everything in your power except tell her that you sacrificed 90% of your soul to prevent you from dying eventually if your failsafes failed.
Mm-hmm.
If you tell her, you better have a way of calming her down quickly.
Okay.
Otherwise, she might go on a rampage, trying to find the one who hurt you when you're the one who hurt you. You. She will come after R.D.I, and I will fight her.
As I would expect from both of them.
Mm-hmm. I do not want to kill her, but I will if I have to. I'm gonna level with you, Declan. I don't like killing anybody. I don't like it. Feels too final. But I will do it. I can tell when it's
Absolutely.
needed. I can tell when it's needed. That's what Barry always told me. To find a way to. It's not the difference is the challenge is not knowing when to kill. The challenge is when knowing not to.
We'll cross that road if we come to it.
All right, Declan, you've been upgraded to Thamas's training regimen.
I nod at Ezra.
Please don't do something stupid like this again. Ask questions. Experiment without using your sacred gear.
I have a question.
Sure.
What does that 35 get me?
For your
Funneling energy into that dragon egg.
Oh, pretty good. Really good. Really good. Really
Because
good. That advances at 2 stages.
ooh. Am I currently conscious now? Because I had
Yeah,
to like
you're currently conscious. Everybody right now is wide awake, getting ready for the assault on.
Yeah, are you sure everyone's wide awake? Are you sure there isn't a Shia in a cat form asleep on someone taking a cat nap?
Ezra, I don't know. Ezra
Wait.
stands up and walks over to you, Declan. He lays his hand gently on your shoulder. Now this is gonna feel weird, all right?
Okay.
Ezra's hand glows a forest green color as you feel the power of nature flow over you. You no longer feel super sore. You still feel slightly sore, but only when you move in certain ways. You wonder why that is. Ezra says, because due to your new physiology, it's not just your eyes and hair. You have more range of movement than you used to. You've never used those muscles before.
Okay.
As your soul integrates with your body will reflect the power of your soul. Body and soul go hand in hand. That's why a
Okay.
strong soul and a strong body plus a strong mind makes for one hell of a combination. What I just
Yeah.
did was senjutsu. Basic senjutsu, healing senjutsu.
So it's safe to assume while you had to heal him, his muscles are a bit sore, aren't they?
His muscles were very sore. Not only that, but so is his soul. His soul was literally ripped.
Yeah. I heard that little bit.
Currently, I would say your biology is currently
Fuck.
it has a dragon aspect. It's not a third across the board. I would say the dragon aspect currently is at 1/8.
Thank you there, sweet talker.
Okay.
And it's slowly growing. It will not overpower the other two unless you make a deal with the dragon in your gear.
Okay.
Problem though, now you give off dragon energy. So I'm going to teach you a simple exercise to
Thank you for
rein in
showing the
that
kitty some love there.
You will have to practice this over and over again, but I'm going to give it to you now, so you don't give away our position to every shadow in existence.
All right.
He starts teaching you. Roll me hack.
Hack.
And I say this from now on, I'm carrying a small little pouch that's got runes on it.
Mm-hmm.
21.
21.
You're passable. It's something new. It's like a muscle you've never used before. So it feels foreign. Like you had an arm cut off and a prosthetic put in, and you're trying to get used to it.
As you say that, like as you're saying that like that, and Drax is just sitting there,
What?
like going,
What is this called, Robert?
"Boy,
Yeah.
What is this mantra called, or whatever?
The dragon in your soul?
Yeah. You want me to hide it? What's it called?
Oh, the ability. Oh no, that's just a standard presence concealment.
yeah."
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically what I do.
Yeah. By the way, I just look at Ezra and just go, he's gonna probably start understanding Dovazol more. So, yeah,
He'll still have to be taught it.
I know, but I mean, there's you and Threg. I know Ezra knows it as well, so I'm not a great teacher when it comes to Dovazol. I know that for a fact.
Is that something that I'll eventually become to understand as I become more linked with my sacred gear?
Maybe?
Velcana speaks up. The instinctual grasp of Dovazul is not the end all be all. You still have to be taught it. It's just you can learn it easier. Here, as Jormungand is technically dragon, you should be able to if you get that close of a relationship with Jormungand.
I mean,
The dragon language still has to be taught to hatchlings. And it is, always. They're just able to pick it up quicker because it's instinctual. The words speak and reality listens.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. Although, I do know multiple languages already, so I would assume that would probably make it easier.
No, it will not.
Hmm.
You know many different languages, but Dovazul is a magic language.
It took
Very
me
true.
years. I mean years. Even not knowing myself. How long did it take you to teach me, Thamas?
20 fucking years.
20 years for being passable in conversations. And obviously, he can't use words of power. I'm sorry, young Shia, but it will take you similar to be conversational. And you, as you are not part dragon, and unless you sacrifice something of yourself to Yorm to make you part dragon, I would highly advise against that. By the way, word of warning.
Me technically, if you think about it. I technically sacrificed something to gain the power I had. A space in my soul.
So, yes, eventually, young Drax will be able to use words of power due to that dragon aspect, but only when using that dragon aspect. You, young Sphere, might not ever. It would take ages for you to learn Dovazul. Young Sylvis
Good to
cheats.
know.
Yeah.
Young Sylvis cheats.
Yeah, that magical mountain deck kind of saves him.
No, it's because
Edward walks in right as this line is said about him.
young
I cheat at what?
Sylvis cheats. Learning Dovazul. because you're able to access your past lives, and some of them must have studied Dovazul. You have the countless experiences of them trying to learn it. Basically, you learn 20 years of study in 1 minute.
Plus, there's the fact that the book really helped, but the capability to actually use the book was probably within my own. Also, he's
the
the one who gave me the book.
The scholar's insight would have helped you translate Dovazul, rather than let you learn it. It's the fact that you, as the Shattered Whole, and the scholar's insight that works in tandem.
And
That
the
allows
fact
you to
that
do
my
that.
mindscape is constantly surrounded by the dimensional gap, which is the energies of Great Red.
Very much so. The energies that formed him, that shaped him, that made him who he is today. Yes. So, young Edward cheats. Don't use him as an example for anything.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much, Volcana.
Of course. I'm always happy to spread knowledge.
Yeah.
I always like to learn.
He goes silent.
I just
As Ezra and Declan do walk outside of the door. Declan looks fine, no worse than where. You all notice the physical changes of him, but that's about it.
yeah. Which I just
Hmm.
follow behind.
There's like
Ezra walks up to literally everybody and starts scanning them. He doesn't scan Tomas. He doesn't scan Drax, and he doesn't scan Edward. He scans everybody else, though. He stops at Lucy, scans once, narrows his eyes, and scans again. Huh.
What's up?
Nothing to worry about.
I just lean into Edward. Go. What is this I hear about a magical mountain dick?
Ezra speaks one word to Thamas, and the room shakes. Ezra spoke a word of power to Thamas. So even those who know Dovazul can't understand it unless you're able to use words of power. So right now, only Thamas understood what he said.
You hear
And
my character just
I
like do an annoyed groan.
I say this out loud. I go, word of power had to shake the room. Really?
Sorry, confident. I needed to tell Thamas. He's the only one who would understand.
All good.
I just look at both you and Tomas with my head cocked to the side, like
Out of character, is this about Lucy being a dragon?
Well, we
Yes
already
and
knew
no.
this. We all already knew that she was a dragon.
I had no fucking clue about this. Not even out of character.
Like she
'Cause I
was
haven't
supposed to
been
ask me
following
about
the
it.
shit.
You had one clue when you were just sensing with Senjutsu in the car before we
This
had
is
the
true.
meeting
This
with
is true.
Kirijo group.
This is true.
I look
Yeah,
at
and that's why I said as I said. Because
Also,
I remember
Victor changed.
You remember the game. You remember the game.
By the way,
no, I remember us talking about this a while back in a few sessions.
Oh yeah, we talked about it.
But
You and Ezra talked about it. But yeah,
by
yeah.
the
So
way,
that's all he said. That's all he
question.
said, and it shook the fucking room.
Yeah, that's why I groaned. It's like fuck.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we want me to do a thing to see how much longer until that egg hatches? Or what?
No, I have the tracker here.
Okay.
I'm gonna call it there though because it's
Yeah.
been 4 hours ish.
Close.
Yeah. Though before we fully do, I'm just gonna say to Ezra, in Dovazul, we're gonna have to put her through the training too.
Yep.
I just smile and go, sounds fun.
Mm.
Well, at least Great Red hasn't dropped any scales in scale.
That you know of.
I heard Damas say that, and I just cock my head to the side.
No, that wasn't Dolphizul.
No, she's
Eh,
cocking her head to the Dovizul. Like what?
I know.
As Ezra looks over at Declan, if you ever try to assimilate the box of medals that we got, the special ones,
Uh huh.
I'm gonna put my boot up your ass
Okay.
and
I-
call
What
that
if I
call that a fanatical fitness hour.
what if I learn the properties first before doing anything?
They are literally They are literally metals that are infused by the infinite dragon god Ophis and Great Red. Dream metal and void iron.
Are you trying to have people knocking on our door? We do not want to meet face to face.
Yeah, and
no.
I basically turned towards Edward so he only sees, and I'm just tapping a pouch.
He just nods. And he pats the ace too. Because
Mhm.
you know. But as Ezra just goes, luckily, with your current handicap, that is impossible. It will reject it. It will not absorb. It will reject. And you will get one hell of a migraine for trying. And you'll feel very tired after the fact. Ezra decides, all right, R.D.I. He looks at the clock. 15 minutes. Get ready to roll out.
So, with the fact that he basically pulled Dragon Bone into his sacred gear, does this mean I need to be concerned if Great Red actually does end up like dropping body parts, shedding into my mindscape?
I don't know in your case, as your area of scape is within the dimensional gap, you're not assimilating it through your body to the dimensional gap. It'll just be in your mindscape. It'll just be there. There's no connection. What Declan did was he basically put something through customs, and they checked it, and then they sent it through, making a connection to those items. What Great Red would do is basically smuggling. So it's an unknown. You're something else entirely, Edward. I could not tell you offhand.
He would probably be more of a back road.
Probably. Anyways.
I don't know if what happened with Edward would happen to you. I don't think it would.
Declan.
You mean Declan?
Edward, I don't think what happened with Declan would happen with you. I don't know.
It may still have some. That remains to be seen in the future.
Should you ever get body parts from Great Red? And I'm not talking about the metal, I'm talking actual body parts. The metal is just infused with the energy from them. Completely two separate things.
Yeah. Anyways.
It'd be a big concern. It'd be a bigger concern if it showed up, didn't do anything until contact with it.
But we don't know how beings of that power think. I started from the lowest of the low, weakest of the weak. I had the boosted gear, and that was the only thing that let me survive in the supernatural world until I got better. Until I learned. Obviously, I had the power of destruction, but I didn't like using it. It took Threg getting my head on straight for me to use it. I now know it's just a tool. But it wasn't always like that.
If I'm not mistaken, you got to find a way that turn that tool off.
I had to find a way to turn that tool off, otherwise it would infect my magic, and it did. It always did.
Always.
So I could never really use magic a lot. The only magic it didn't affect was my light magic.
Yeah. We still got to go and talk to Michael at some point.
We will. As soon as we deal with this situation. It's almost midnight, everybody. Let's get ready. And I'm cutting it there.
Yep.
When we come back next time, it will be the battle for all our souls.
Yeah.
I have the I just have the
It'd be,
dragon bone sniper in my hands, just like, yeah, let's go. I'm ready.
by the way, it'd be funny if the dragon, like the baby dragon that's in my soul, comes to life during this fight.
Good. It could. Looking at the turn tracker, it could.
Yeah.
The stat tracker for this dragon, it's possible. Obviously, it requires. There is one thing it will require. I have actually multiple scenarios of how it would awaken. You are eligible for one way right now. Yeah, you are eligible for one way, depending on how the fight goes. So which aspect did you feed it, or did you feed it
I
equal amounts of all
balanced.
things? You balanced. You went balance. Okay, you went balance.
I was
All right.
being smart, and also, didn't you also want to see it be balanced?
I mean, yeah, they did say like, I wonder what a balanced dragon would look like.
Yeah. I took that into consideration. I was being smart. Well, so sadly, there's not going to be a raid. But yeah, no, it was great. This was great. Thank you for our awesome DM for having taken part today. He was able to. It was great.
It was. It was a great session. I couldn't breathe for like, I don't know, 30 minutes
I
of the
couldn't
fucking
breathe.
session.
What do you
45
mean?
minutes of the
How'd you guys like Leo?
Fucking
Fucking
hilarious.
loved Leo.
But it
Fucking
wasn't
hilarious.
Just Leo that made me not be able to breathe. It was the whole situation. Just
Yeah.
everything ripping on Declan at the same time, and it's just like,
Let's
oh my fucking god.
let's put it this way.
Yes.
I took a look over at Shia's stream. She was literally rolling.
Yes, I was. I was I
Oh,
could not
shit,
fucking
I
breathe.
just
I was
realized.
rolling back
You just
and
realized
forth,
what?
laughing.
Jack still has the complete version of the R.D.I page that got fixed up during the events of the Dimensional Cascade.
Oh yeah, Jack could literally talk with us no matter when. That's if
Yeah.
you decide to use it to talk to him as well.
Yeah.
And also, you gotta admit, I am right, Robert.
I'll see if I can find some pictures that would actually look cool for how the dragon would look.
Yeah, that is you are correct due to yeah. Yeah, you are 100% correct, Tomas, on that one. Those are the only safe ones.
But I'll actually find a picture that would actually suit the baby dragon right now.
Yeah, and just FYI, Robert, that's in reverse order, by the way. So it's basically least to best.
I mean,
Anyways.
yeah, I could see, yeah, because technically, yeah.
But anyways, no, we got another viewer, so I probably will do a raid.
Ezra's got some senjutsu, so he might be able to do something with that. But just standard wise, base wise, yeah, that's right.
You know what?
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll do a raid. Fuck it.
Due to the connection of druidity, Edward light interest in
You just
senjutsu.
tell your people to come over here and keep going with me, because I'm going to be keeping going and doing other things.
I can't on Twitch.
I know. I know
But I mean,
can,
they
but it'd
they
be
can
awesome
go
to
to
do.
your Twitch channel, go to your Discord, and then find out from there.
Exactly.
But-
Everybody on Ryuk's Twitch, Ryuk, if you or one of your mods in the chat could shout me out.
I currently have the
And-
raid command put in.
Chaos? Is Chaos a mod?
Yes.
Chaos, if you could shout me out on Ryuk's stream.
Yeah.
Just give him a minute.
Go. That's fine. You can have all the minutes you need. Go ahead and check out my Discord, which should be linked to that. To my my Twitch, and
we are
go
still
in
gonna
there, and if
be
you're
doing a raid on
18,
my side, so yeah.
that's fine. If you're 18 plus, go ahead and click on the 18
Well,
plus role.
Yeah, I'm rated for mature, so literally if they are not 18 and they're in here, they shouldn't be.
Exactly, but I still have to give the disclaimer.
Yes.
Well,
I know.
also she kind of not because it's a Switch.
Yeah. But pretty much follow their rules of
Again,
their server, and yeah. It is an
exactly.
18
Follow the
plus
rules of my
server,
server.
so
It's 18 plus
yeah.
server.
we do gotta mention that. It is an 18 plus server. So
Well, there are sections of it that are not.
Yeah.
There's a whole section that is for my Twitch side and my DJing.
But anyways,
And then there's the other side, which is my 18 plus side. And go ahead and follow the links over there. And check if you want to pop in and check me out where I'm streaming currently.
that's up
Feel
to you.
free to. If not, have a great night.
Yeah.
We
and
appreciated having y'all watching the stream on both sides. Again, for my viewers, we'll be
Why did that
continuing
not work?
on. For
Oh, there was
Ryuk's
an
viewers,
added
y'all gonna
space.
be y'all gonna be rating somebody over there.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. So
Have
yeah,
a great night. Thanks for dropping by, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode of the D&D.
Yeah. We're going to be raiding over on my side to a awesome pirate in Sea of Thieves known as Captain Jukeman. I've sat in his Twitch a bunch. He's a great streamer. So yeah. It was great to see y'all here, and it's been a pleasure. So stay healthy, stay positive, and we'll see you in the next stream. Bye!
Bye, Ryuk.